Parliament, led by the Wale Member of Parliament, Mohammed Mahama Tia Kabiru. Ono edi edonkumanim ene ensachofo edi nkomo e ma ne to aso e beto Ghana fo anim se abrebia wo mu abekwa ahomegiem se mrahebedwafo na putupumu ana se emergency recall ebeba amoma kopiem e mrahebedwafie no eya kwese adetitiriwo a ediato nsafrom no mbekọ no na se dom kase no momu dose no wo mu nanam ho saa afi nkomo no di omudiri kwa no achiame ne emomu nwuru ba bia wo mu di nkomo no e de akwakowie na je se officer eyade a entwaye na otoaso aka se dabi ade we akoba ako ayemienu ayemiensa na de atwamene kra na se ehwobufuo aye na anu adaye a wo mu ba ahomegiemu a nanka wo mu no mu constituency fo edi nkomo na omu hwede ekosi no ana yesa to zo from se wo mu mra mrahebedwafie na enanum omfamedi dwumadie bi na enanum na omu kwai no eniema enu ntomoto nsafro no titiriw pa ewom no aye asoafo bi a mampani abawandi na womokọ akọrẹ se womu abedwo matumu a na mom omude adwumafofo bi aka ho a eno so omu edi ho nkomo na se adwuma no na eya kwese ekwan a achiamen hene di omu nam so ewo mrahebedwafie no eya kwese ase debia da nkomo a oso omu di no nkomo be nsia ase numa ase nan o maka bom no da bia da papa be se omudi mu ba akopɛ na ase omude buy time eno no eno free say the record no they are wasting the days now womu edekwenum na measure say ye be raffle lines no na yenya the member of parliament for the good people of Wale na yene ono so edi nkomo ora mampani John Dramani Mahama Abaya mampani abusuya se woni mu a tie na mense wai yese ahohare so emra maako du ana wama yedi akwa mrahebedwafie na womde kwa mrahebedwafie no woma gira so apa se amana beye emra se bill maako du abeye emra ebi so kra bogu na nimu a womu edi hu nkoma womu enheda hunu botaye pa etachi na woman say 10 bills President Mahama has signed into law. Bako aye Customs Bill 2026. Afe Community Service Bill 2026. Tribunal Bill. Maritime and Related Offences Bill. National Defense University Bill. Income Tax Amended Bill, Energy Sector Levies Amendment Bill, and then Ghana Cocoa Board Bill, and then Value Added Tax Amendment Bill 2026, and an Excise Bill 2026. Na the ebeye saa mwe na no yebepe womu a na se mrahebedwafo a womu committee omu yeso adwuma e wa mrahebedwafie no ebeda omanim na omu eye ho adwuma na yeni omu adi enkomo na yenyamranim ni bi so a wono so wo mrahebedwafie a na obetima kan nyina abom abono to fama ya eno so yedi ho nkomo enti mra maako du ena ahohare so Yamampani John Dramani Mahama ede ko mrahebedwafie na omosa ade abrana wodene nsa ahyase a abaye emra ora PV John Toa Boaten Datson eye NDC ni asantemantom heya ne yene wo na nanu wada kra NDC fo eba abamu wodene nkata akoma party mpanifo se enka wono wo munyini ntum na omeye KM boss wadene ngrata akwere me wofa PV Jantoa ka me wofa ekoye akaja menye kakra edie na se binya ba bia mafre no nanso so no odene ngrata akwere no wo mu ye shortlisting se dipa miensa wo mu edmu odu asefota se kebe boss adwuma betumi aye na NDC fo ni mu no woman shortlist no me wa fa PV John to abo attendant thing Arsenal ni abrante woman fa na nka wo se wo one edi kai wo munyadu atoso mienu kema adwuma no ntumi nya atoso miensa ndc no kwa won sheda mo bra bia wo mu a awose adutum edi omo ye shortlist no o man fa na ama na adopa me wa fa PV John to no krom ha o ana 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21 to 2024. Abrebia IMF report ebeba na ebeka asembia ase opposition any jehono no masom chobo ye yanko no me ya asem eka enai andi sababa mu ana na mu amutuo enema mo ye sikasam totoye no IMF eche say ekwan bi so no munye ni ye ekabia ba ana honkon ba me wa fa PV John to all of a sudden Asiedu uru say IMF crowd ye je omu dia enye we report bogus. Now if we put on our real thinking caps, we will quickly realize that we must manage our affairs with integrity and dedication going forward. When Nanado said Ghana beyond 8, me wa fa PV John to the kill no. When another said Ghana beyond age 8, me wa fa PV John to can say hwe mo we do geka yentumi nya enya NDC is in power. Na nka kaka wono turo ba bia wenzi ni NDC bai agoro ayumu appointment akopa ya fama wuzuzu kra wo hede ehunu bibia party area ma and all of a sudden NDC for realize say IMF umukomuka asema e se hwe mienu obaka na anu ada na nsane mene Dr. James Kwabena Bonfe Kabila edi nkomo na ono soso no edi nkomo bi ekosa, but he has been consistent. Dr. Kabila has been consistent over the years eniema nkroma ye mu bi wanye nyara ye ne nkroma eya adwene anase upon reviewing the reason behind the general yes no we think otherwise. Nanso no offer Kabila dia he has been consistent say yes homegrown policies yeni anema ewo resource obo de adum ye no ye betu ye nema was NDC for there you were promoting the argument of IMF yesteryears and then enkomamone there all of a sudden yentutu mirika na yento IMF nsema wo mo kan entumu na ye mekan ye die well ye be na yedin komo but mamen call line so na mekwe I'm going to the home of the next president of the Republic of Ghana aya wale ena meko akopi na mene the member of parliament honorable Kabiru Tia Mahama ena eko akodin komo. Good morning sir.
Good morning my brother.
Na mejiri se apomuye
Yeah, bibi abako.
Yeda nyankopon ase. Another Mosai akom ra shebe dwafie bio. Wabra mosore eba homgiem no. You are required to come and attend to some business of the house. Now, within the conversation, it seems a minority, we are not happy how proceedings are going, and then you address the press. And about some apote, and Ambulamoka, Efans and Jeff so, Emma Ghana Funina Etibi.
Yeah, so the speaker called members of parliament back on Monday to attend to important and emergent business. So, okay, emergent business, matters that are very important to the state. They are matters that are so important to the government that you couldn't have waited for, for Parliament to resume in October. So you call us for 5 days sitting. And those matters included vetting of nominees for the Supreme Court and also ministers of state. And the last one was a financial bill you wanted to, introduce for consideration. But we've done 3 days of sitting None of these businesses have been introduced. Neither have the appointment committee met to consider the nominee. So we are of the view that the government is not serious. You cannot waste 3 days and probably want to use 1 day or 2 days to do things that you should have done in the past 2 days. So we are very disappointed, and we are of course clear that if you are not serious with government business, let the people who are serious with government business come and take over and do government business.
So were there any reasons that were suggested to you as to why the proceedings are happening as much?
There's absolutely no reason. Absolutely no reason to rush. And that's the most disappointing part. That you come, journalists would move from their homes to Parliament. Members of Parliament will move from their homes to Parliament. You would pay transportation only to sit down for a whole day without any business, and without any tangible or cogent reason. And I do think that it is most unfortunate, and the government is just showing lack of seriousness. I hear people say that, oh, you are there to work. Of course, we are there to work, but we are not there to sit the whole day without doing anything. If that were the case, we should rather be in our constituencies with our constituents.
And how has the attendance been? Did you have a full house or?
Yeah, so you see, the house has always been commenced, and it's only when you want to take a decision that you will want to, there's a provision of decision-making quorum. Yesterday, even when they adjourned, you could see that majority of the members of the NDC, the majority side, were not in the chamber. Once the minority side came, to help government to do their business, and you could see that even when we were to address the media yesterday, they could not. Even only one person, that's a deputy, majority whip, was the only person who was there to even address the media. But the minority who came, at least in our numbers, to support government, we even address the media with our numbers. So these are some of the things that you see, that even the majority side, their members themselves are not serious. Or they don't take government business serious, and it's just a waste of our time.
Well, this has not been the first time that we are hearing this. I remember the minority that has had a cause to complain about this. Is this happening, pushing you to, advise yourselves in the near future if you are recalled to attend to some government business in the plenary?
Of course, that is just an indication that next time government says, oh, come for urgent matters or urgent business, I'd rather stay in my constituency and then, work for the people and also have engagement with the people who have elected me to work. They don't expect me to go to our Parliament, to go to Accra and be sitting down without doing anything. They want me to work. So it's an indication that if they continue doing that, a time will come that they will want us for an emergency business and they will not show up.
Well, I also understand that another motion was filed to request that an investigation or an inquiry made into the purchase of or the purchase of gold board. You also spoke about it yesterday.
Yeah, we that's why we are even very disappointed, because you see, we came and Speaker said you will limit the matters to only those that have necessitated the recall of Parliament. We didn't want to agree because there were also other urgent matters that the minority felt that we needed to address, because we feel like losing 22 billion of the taxpayer money, and those people who have caused the loss are not even admitting. There was a need for us to investigate and bring the matter to a closure. So the minority filed a motion seeking the Speaker to admit him and to allow members to, discuss and invite, do an inquiry into the losses. But, even if, let's even assume that government had no business and the Speaker had admitted our motion, by the 2 days we would have debated, we would have called witnesses, and everything probably would have been over. because the 3 days we've wasted could have been used to do this matter. But they refused. They said that we only limit the business of the House to the matters that had actually precipitated the need for us to recall Parliament for the emergency sitting. So we reluctantly agree. And that's the reason why that the minority, even though we have business pertaining loss of huge money to the state, which is so crucial and should be investigated, they said we should not investigate it and we should wait till Parliament resume in October. Yet, their so-called emergent business cannot be prosecuted. In any case, what is so emergency about the vetting of ministers? We're all in this country. When those ministers unfortunately pass on, it took the president 1 year to replace them. So if you took 1 year to replace ministers, what is so emergency about the vetting of those ministers? Absolutely nothing. And you are calling people and you are not even showing that seriousness to that particular business that you call us to do.
Right. So, Doctor, personally, what do you make out of all this conversation around the gold purchasing program? Bank of Ghana, Gold Board. Gold Board's argument has been that yes, they've made some losses, but there are surpluses, profit that they have made. I read from your Facebook post that you were arguing that is not true here and there. What do you make out of this whole conversation?
So first and foremost, what we know as a fact is that the gold purchase and gold sale program that was run by the Gold Board on behalf of Bank of Ghana has caused over 22 billion loss. That is a fact. Now, who has caused that particular loss? Clearly, it is the people who implemented the program. Who implemented the program? It is the Gold Board that implemented the program. And these are facts. Now, as to whether or not Gold Board on its own has made losses or profits, it is basically about accounting. You cannot cause a loss of one state agency and then, due to your program, you are taking money from that state agencies and putting it into your account and then using that money to say that I'm making profit or I'm making surpluses. I mean, it doesn't happen that way. Let me give you an example. If you own a business, your mother has a business and your father has a business, you go to take money from your father's business and put it into your mother's business. And the money you took from your father's business caused your father's business to collapse. Then you then come to tell the whole world that it is my father's business. I don't care. For me, I'm making profit. Forgetting that the money you took from your father's business is the one that is causing it to collapse. So you cannot then sit down and brag that my mother's business is making profit because my book shows that the money with which you are making profit is coming from your father's business. And let me relate it to Gold Board. The government of Ghana gave Gold Board 4.5 billion as revolving capital. And the revolving capital means that it is money like equity. It is money that the owner of the business has given you to use in running the business and possibly pay it back. That's the meaning of the revolving trade capital. Now, you took that money and you go and deposit it in your account and call it revenue. And you call it that it is money. Revenue simply means that money you get from operational activity. That is a simple definition of revenue. But if government gives you 4.5 billion, how do you call the revenue? Right? So they treat it as revenue and then create a false sense of over 5 billion revenue they generated. And then when they minus their upload, or they minus their expenses, they are saying that they have made a surplus of over 4 billion. That is what they have done and say they have made surplus. But when you come to the analysis, you realize that they are deceiving Ghanaians because you cannot go and take money from government of Ghana, which is our money, and then put it in Gold Board account, which is for the people of Ghana, and you then say that Gold Board has made surplus. How do you think of that? Well, in any case, Gold Board is for the people of Ghana. Gold Board, it is not for any private entity that you say that, okay, the money doesn't belong to the state. One, the state has given it to me. And when we were forming the Gold Board, the law, The minister told us, I was in that meeting, in the committee meeting, I'm a member of the finance committee, that Gold Board, anytime they give Gold Board money, Gold Board will be expected to pay them back because Gold Board is supposed to operate in a commercial, sustainable manner. So how do you call that money grant or subvention? You see, so this is what they have done, and they are saying that they have made surpluses. And we are saying that no, what you are claiming to be surpluses is not surpluses. It is actually government money that is supposed to be returned to government. And when you do that, you want to call surpluses will not be there. And that's the first argument. The second argument is that when you, as Gold Board, go around and then the time of the transfer of the money to Gold Board, can you imagine that money was transferred to them sometime in December? And December was the time they are supposed to be closing their books and accounting. You get it? So when you transfer money to someone in December is the year that he's supposed to close his book and account. And that money is left in their account. They have not even spent it for anything. And they are using it to support their accountant. That is also telling you what the intention of the government was about that particular money. So these are our issues around the Gold Board. And we think the government has not been fair. The government has not been forthright. They are not telling us the truth. The Gold Board is hiding the truth from Ghanaians, and we need to expose that.
But in all this, it seems the Bank of Ghana has been silent. Is the conversation exclusively around the Gold Board, or you think they also have a responsibility as to how to tell Ghanaians what exactly happened?
Gold Board Bank of Ghana has admitted that for them, the program, even though may be good for the country, but has caused them losses. They have admitted. They are not even debating it. It is the fact that Gold Board, is trying to deny responsibility. That is where the problem is. But Bank of Ghana has admitted. And they even stated that they are now trying to transfer the program back to central government and to see how central government should be able to fund the program because it is a fiscal, if you like, it's a fiscal policy. And the government policy has to find a way of funding their policy. So for Bank of Ghana, I understand their silence. Their silence is because they have admitted they are not playing a hide and seek about this matter. They admit that, okay, we made losses. The losses that we made were caused by a program that the government had access to do, gold purchase program, and then gold for, forest program that we're doing. What we have learned from the program is that we cannot continue to run it because it's going to lead to the collapse of the Bank of Ghana. That's the position of the Bank of Ghana, and for us, we understand them. It is the attempt to evade responsibility by Gold Board. That is what is causing all this noise.
And beyond the admission of Bank of Ghana, have you seen any move? What practically they are doing that in the near future we will not have these experiences again?
So far, nothing has been done because government has not been able to commit any money to run the program. That is one. Two, the Bank of the central government has not been able to clearly tell us how they are going to implement the program to avoid paying commission and discounts to people, and their gold cost will be more expensive than we have stolen it in the world market. And so far, it's been just a promise. Gold Board, Bank of Ghana is quiet because they know they will not be participating in the program again. It is now for the government, and I believe that maybe in the budget, they will tell us clearly how they intend to finance the program moving forward.
So finally, has the minority braced yourself up till October when you resume, or you are still going to push until you have a fair hearing from the Speaker of Parliament on this Gold Board issue?
Once the Speaker has ruled and we did not challenge that, I think we are going by that. But we want to get a signal if by close of this week, government is not finishing the business and they want to have an extended meeting of the session, of this emergency recall, we will possibly make another case to have our matter heard.
I'm grateful for your time, Doc.
Thank you very much.
Al-Hajj Dr. Mahama Kabiru Tia is MP for Wale Wale. Na anopei masaba jafo a yefro mu se mu masaba jafie putuprumu wabra nkom no mo nkofo omo manfo wo mo party fo omo to obade mo Ghana fo a wo mo asomo mo masebe fie edi nkomo no na omo ko ye na de ntia ye fro mu no enkoso wano no na minority no abonyo so a eno a wo mo na nsantwafo edi nkomo a walwale MP na edi minority na mu di nkomo mo ye no na ne ntoaso aye gold board Bank of Ghana gold purchasing program no awon sansam na ezere ni na akotwa se wo mo ekọ masebe fie ebiewu a ba busumi be dunum no October mu no na enhwehwemu ene mpensempensemu ene ntiasea ewo mu no yebetimi adi nkomo no ama Ghana fo nyina enso so ehunu de tuamu nkomo amene boy no tofa bo nyina no nti ne kan ne yensia so na won ntiasea ne tofa bo mu nyina eno no na anopai makacha se mamperi John Dramani Mahama baye abosumi dunwatwe elko edunkromu ani na emra mako edu yedi akoma sebe fie a omadi hu nkoma agye atuma ma ono so de ne sa sha se abaye mmra no enie customs bill, community service bill, tribunal bill, maritime and related offences bill, national defense university bill, income tax amendment bill, energy sector levies bill, Ghana cocoa board bill, value added tax bill, and an excise bill. Na me ko amano so na ajoso mrashe bejani lawyer Kwabna Boating onipania menino eni enkomai ya santuara na mache
yeja o mini apeni
ahode awo hode
ahode wo ho nyankopon da Roma na aja minu mi enu de yeshia kopemo se adwea NBC dia shi omutirim na wo nwaye o madwen se be ye party mpenimfu a wo mudi anim no o mbeye wo mo abro aye wo mo bone no o mbeyi afiri wo mutirim no me no kasa bi agisi me ma ye hudue ne me ma ye ho kafra particularly wo due na mimi enyina enim de wo ho eja ya ne wo ho epesi esi ehun kuran esi ewrefi enso ye wre ntimi mfi da ye wre ntimi mfi ema ne nye nei ye wre wo kan ho a enke mu odu papa o kan ho a ka party no sunsun enka ewo ho enso ne ye gina enim de NDC aye ye bekoso anso akai Ghana fo da bia ye bekasa no pa bia ye bekoso akai Kumasefo ye bekoso akai Asantefo se ye wura Kwame Ntwibosi akon won kan ho na won kan ho no nyase ba mo wuo na abefa nakọ ya mimpangu na nkwa chiri ya bani a wabo ni timu po se papa no ni dwumadi a wodi wo ma ne nto aso biu na se bi buru wo mo kan mo ho a MPP no ya gitwi ni ebeta party no achi no se bi buru ebeto da bi do mo ahunta na edi ehu kese edi aba beto party mpanimfo so nempo obi di nkomo mpo a wa henachi bisi wodin bra wono so yebefa no ho adwembone ama no ayiyi enti enya kwanya bia no na eja ye de ahyehye ehu nkuran se no de se bi won beya koduru de won beya koduru nanso enya de a ebekan ya hye dem enya de ebekan ya hye empasi ama no ayiyi amamuo no ho nkomo a Ghana fo no edi eja yen se dom kuma yini ho nkomo no ye bekoso a edi ya koso a bompa yen so am yiwura no se da se bo kura Nyankopon de ne beba be kan yen sa ahodin mu no abeto ade dwumadi so
ye bo Nyankopon pa ye se enye sa anopai meni wudi nkomo ewo enkrata be edu a ye kruchie be gu manim se emra amaye ho adwuma mrahye be fie a ene mampani de nsa hyase na abeye Ghana mra na de mepesa me no edi ho nkomo no eye the tribunal bill ene obi be kase aye law ankasa na fa ekɔ school kakra ne nkyerɛmu no ene ekwan a ɛbɛfa so ayɛ adwuma no ɛyɛ sɛe lawyer
yo miwa mraba ko me say miwa John Dramani Mahama san a me wanwa pa me wanwa me hu say wode pen si so no me hu dwiri me efiri se nkomo bibiri abetiri amampenifo bi no mukura ne asofu ekueku bi no mu anu bi mu se nkonto no bo nanka yeni nkomo no nkwa akiri kakra ansa na oman no ti ase ye nyina ye nyamu ntiri mu yi ne ehwe na nse saa ne epe no a consensus no koye nearly unanimous a ene ehunu no se de oman ne penie ne mum we die eye ahuruja dodo nkomo ampenifo bi ni asofo bi ekoku bi omako mu abomu edi nkomo wo saa mra no achi no ti na minim se wo mo dodo e wo mra se bi dwamu apase de na nso enka ne sai be mana be ye mra no de kamiru abeto no bu ase kakra enso wade asi so wasan na enwanwa na ehu na eyade a emmebua wo ma wi wo kwan bia so yiti a me kan sa de se enya system wa yenyi bida ya ye bida ye free wo na eba asabi yesi de wo huru no wonse huru bio eyade a yenyi bida na fe ne ebe ye dia go bi beka se o ye mehese no so ebebua tentene ne a ehwo de free ba ye nananom ye ma menom ye wo fadom e wo ho asem ka ye nyina yenim trabuna yi said ye ya ne ho asem sitie wo here ba ade ba ko ekoso wo wiase nyina ni ade ye fa no jury try se obi ye boni mu oduru pa wo si ebu anu kumfo a ye de jury try na ye jury try no ye sesati mamufo a wo mo nye lawyer fo na ye go matena foto ho na omotia sebo no tia danse no aso mu wi ana judge no akire mu emra no mu ni ade atikansi ani e de akire wo mo na sankofo na bua nipa no fo ana so mabua ne ben na Oheneba problem wo jury trial ho no all over the world baby ye jury trial bia no enya agro nti amama ni bi kura hase yi jury trial ni free ho nkire mu ne se wo kofa wo bia se bieburu onim emra no ho nim die bia na wo si wo mra meti asem ntie hu adanse na emra wo ho no judge ni nkire mu no mu abem no empre bebre no wo mutaade atenka ena esigina ye nti wo ye lawyer ni na wo ye case na ye jury ayi na kire se wo nsu no gudem efiri se to da bia se bia adanse no besi ebeba befa no any defenses ye bia mra no di manipa no a ye no wa begina mra na no ye woni mra no hunim de no a wo tie no na sem ka no eden nti ne nkomo a ye di ko ne se enka ye ma wo mo ma bene wo mra no na wo mo di wo mutimi ka wo matinka ehye e de mra no adwene no ye adwuma no ke ye ma wo mo mom eni sa ansem no na ye nyitime amufu a wo mu ni adesua wo mra no no ye nyimfirim ene enkomo a ekoso e wo wiase afa na nyina no sabre na yensu ye kofa tribuna nipa mienu ete tribuna no so no wo mu ni mu mra ba ko pe ni mu mra nti wiase nyina ye ku enim no ye de na ko ye se boti anantie MC na na hwe echi ti ye ku enim kura na ye ku echi di obi eja ho anya akono biu no eno na miwa John Dramani Mahama aban ne kondo ene ye kofa nipa mienu abaya nominate wo mu amoma ba betena ho so mu firi he so mu firi he e do ma ba betena ho na obi a wasua mra ba akopɛ ene timu at the end of the day ye de dodo no so beka no e ho na temu no ku ti se mienu no eni mra na se ye de susu se nipa we kura ye mfa no nkotum kura afebo a okoro na woni mra no o e minority ti se de ne ye timra se bedwamu a ye ka yo mu nti no
wede minchawo no na ene ya gana ya yewei ade bia ye no NDC ene MPP semi na nipa ye kwa yi omu na ban no wo part of wa bam ni yin nkofo kwotena so na odi ahisam ane abufo ni atenka se de wo kan kwotena ni opponent asam so a se na ye besi okroba no de ani be nya yo
ani na chese wada mu awie no ne kumfo kora ye bua wawie eno na ma tribunal asem no ewiase nyina ye bia ja to ho ene ye de court no ne didwuma ye de court no ene didwuma wahunu enti eyade a akoye atetesem ebra na lawyer fo no so ebra na wo mo afia mra no so abra na judge fo no so ena ne ye de saa de didwuma ne neyi a judge fo ye titibie a lawyer fo bebre sua ngoma ebinum kura peso wo be ye judge ye titi wo mu ni ade e pa me fa di akoya titi semu si e ko fa tribunal ko fa di pa mu ni mu mra mienu atena so na se ni pa wo mu yie kura no wada wudim emu nsem wo mu yie si e ko yi wo mu kura no ye ko yi wo mu afiri he ye do ma ba betena ho ye di temu ani ba ko pe e di aka ho na mi wura de ehu wo mu nie ebire bia no si e hyemra ye wo ade bi e fe no mischief ade ne wo ho a enya ye pese ye cure. What is the mischief that we want to cure? Situation be ne wo ho a enye a yem penti a ye ko hyemra amano asesa. What is the policy underpinning? What is the jurisprudential underpinning? Enyina so enyeneye enti ye gina so a ye de kofa tribunal yi di aba no ene de hene eye court na no na eno so ubeka se court na no na eno so a ene se sika se sini si bi beka ho ene ye kofa tribunal fo nsa beka ho e sini si bi ka ho atemuafo no na eno so ene lawyer fo no bebre kura person be ye judges ya fa wo mo ni amo mo tete no ma be ye judges ana se judicial staff no na no so ma ye ntimi ni nsamo ntemu a ene kura nkofo openyuma wo mo wie university a wo betime judicial staff a ye nya adwuma nyo ya fa ni fa wo mo entity pa na manne judicial system na ye court system no a constitution no the administration and dispensation of justice edi ama wo mo no ye ko pia wo mo ato nchen ni ko create another stream of judicial system and justice administration system, a parallel one. I know ye ba be fe the tribunal system eye what is the mischief e pesi esesamo e nya ye pesi ye ni yi ya dwene ho yintumi ntiase
those on majority side didn't even can jump say when tea and I'm go for some yaba.
Edabi efisi abuso mu say ebira na court wa ba pese wo no and MPP adawroma ye de electronic court system ba yi and na wo commercial court wa ye di assembly nyina na wo kwabrane so te computer ti a wo bogu so fast. And then rules no cry ye di abano in the commercial court no e ma semnie no contem open proceedings that na e be cancel no akora it we print proceedings now if ye di assembly nyina no obi bo and then the computers aba court no nyina even general jurisdiction courts land courts any ade ama assembly no contem enti se court no na asusu se nipa aba apeso a and then if die kura wo ho a lawyer for wo ya wo judge ne de ehye na so lawyer de ehye na so de wo di adanse no so de ehye na so obi akasa na computer na record direct eno kra nye nipa na ekot na se abo eno akase obeche niema bebre abrofo no aya e ma court assembly ne contem ade ne emfasika ni mura ho ye nyema ne contem sisi court ni bi nka ho se no podi susu se edipa ba peswa we de abepim ne ye nim di nti aye sakofa tribunal system na di aba no heba ye ni aye gina kire ni ye hwe no de si ye hunu anye di akora no se behwe mi wura kwa mi ntwubo si akon de a Mitimi hunu mi here akom na media chiri mi hunu Oheneba asem nyina ne say NDC ewo a certain dark history with the judiciary. Sa relationship no minim di entia the normal court system no frustrate NDC aban efritete enye John Dramani Mahama de yanko a if you roll is a pencil they easily get frustrated with the legal process. If we say womu susu say enti etabiri we ne de kojina court di anka set say yemfa ntum Nebom ebire bia no na mo se yemfa obi nkotum no ya ne nyina mmara so prebebre ne koye otan prebebre no ta koye enkomo fufuro bi a enye mmara nyina so enti omo kokoto a wo mo bre enye wo mo nko a koto de obi akwa wo bre efise se wodi nipa no ko no e wo se wadanse ekura wu nya so odne ko ya na se bi Ghana ni a wo do so wo fa hodie ni atam no ni edina kwa akotum NDC no pebebia ekwa adansie no yemfansin se ne ni nkari nkunu se wedie emu oduro se nipa no bone no waye ne tabiri no kotum man yiye omo mpe ti wo beka ye a Era Rollins ebrebia wotu abagu ye na yesa call back into civilian rule na ewomu na judge for so oba ye ne ma bi oyeye na yesa call back into civilian rule no na wo say judge for no tena se na nkofo maba court nyina no mo compensate wo mo na njapadie bi aba no agegye emfa mbra kwa so nkofo court no mo sa reverse ni nyina ni ade ta mo atemuafo no ye sa ade ne ne yewura ni wote wona ne buofu wo kana se twere so saa ne buofu ise mra no ade ye adwuma no wonti ase so so jadi ma ye we na mo no na mra kwa so kasi asesa no tie nyina ni ndi esi ye osa kotam tuo betu abagu ye sa agagefo no ba kokura ni wonya ni tididi mu ba kokura ni wonya ni tididi mu esisa wo mu nyina koku wo mu bo mu tuo etsa tu petrugu wo mu so hye wo mu a no ba tan a wa wo foforo no ka ho ejina enim sa abakosemi sa frustration no atna NDC move for a very long time ye kokoto ye bredodo ye kokoto ye bre What no so ayemra ne ye bi ye adwuma sebi nye so ja bai sebi mpawa sebunti yemfa wonkotum na ne sa de ya ne ne senka de ka sebi kama no ke titire ko he edintu no aba beduru sa abire dia ye betumi ayo ne se so obeka ye ankomo no bi kura sha ase bra de yura John Dramani Mahama no wo bontoa pese obedi mampeni so tie ne nkoma wodi ya Edrube bi wose judge for ho nyina ye MPP for me Oheneba so kai san komoyi that was the rehash of the frustrations judge ho nyina ye MPP for entibe so me ba ye be hese ye nso ye benya NDC for awo mo nso e ma wo ka kire ne nkofo nse mo nso kura mo nkotra mo nkoye judge mo nso ka kire NDC for lawyers so no mo kosi aye ta mo nso mo nkoye atemuafo ye nso ye ba ye nso sabi ye nyankofo a sankomo no nyina no na prepare ground so no for the nei yehuni enti media so to see assign tribunal 101.3 FM the nyene ye no ne say ye mpa ba bi adanse ye di adanse ye mpa ba bi ade Ghana mra bi ye adwuma rente ye mpa ba bi a we say a normal justice system no I say empire wo man no say ye di nipa ba ko wodi o say ye say yempo si e beja akronfo duokronkron say ye di nipa ba ko wodi bem e betumu emra no ebo emoja enifo ebo ho manwente enya Ghana nko wi asi nyina enti ye say prove beyond reasonable doubt. Eno ni yempe yura John Dramani Mahama na ba yempe yepe na huruja yepe ni yenkokunu o eni ese na fia ni adwada na chese wo sen bia so yemfa no kotumu o na nkanya sa anko Oheneba yanwi we hu se ukwasamra na ase kopim kamu ayebesevu o enkrata de ade efano interlocutors no yebesevu nkrata bi nyina bewie no from that time no kwebe bosome na wasi edi asem na wie kwebe bosome na wasa asem na yedi wie na sebie buru sebie nyado enye nim se dia asem ni esitie etodabia interlocutory appeals ebem because we are dealing with the liberties of people. And this civil case ni adiko ho. Enye we yedidi matem, we agumani mu ase, we de meka. Eni adiko ho, we atoma de wantua, nya no ne adiko ho. Asemo yediko tribunal ho no ye criminal matters. Asebi buru nipa no yedini kotun. Si so ti wie de bosome. Ebrebe na dansefo Bedi adansi ebetutu woma no bewie nipa no se bibi kura na judge na admit no nti ase e wo se wotimi eye appeals ene ade ebrebe ne yede beye sa ade ni nyina wo si ye mu aten no hwie bebuso me no ache se huruja temu na esa bagana Oheneba eye me nwanwa na esa ye mehu se Ghana fo ni nyina ko ma no atomu e mehu they are MPP na enya o ma sem no boka e na ekura bani abra no pay amike obi susu se o MPP fo diebo ebre bi sa na koye yo ebre bi sa na koye ye de ba wi ase nche ye e o fa dom ne ma me no mo enne mo kama no atumu mo de mo hunu bi se de ne sitie wa hwe ya na nko e kwam na bo ate o ya manyoni ba hwe ya na nko e kwa bi ntwubo ti akonko wono de ne de woni ti age akyerema hwe ya na nko e onu nku hwe ya na me wo fa onso ti store mu anope wo ton ni ma hwe ya ma me na akwa ye wu obi nim bebi asem brebi esi ye adwadifo mu na mo bre wo tribunal asem adwadifo kofa ne ma kura ade aba no ye se wo ahode eni ba sa kakran kwa hia wadwe be o se amanyofo nkomo no atwi wani na afi ho so mo nte ya adopa mi timu biewa magana fo afi se mrendi sifo di akofa aba ye tribunal no a ye bre bi etwemu ye ehurugya temu no ye nji adansi enfamra ntoto hu die ye kotam wo mu ayempe wo mu asem ne edo ma kotrabu na acha abuso me ne edo akwa akotu no eno ne asa akwa akofa babi mu asaba na nyine ye ne sesebe beboye hu na madom kuma no afedi obi a twetwe ne ho afi adwuma wosi ye nye enkomo wosi die ye ni frisi esuro eni eno de ebia no mu nim yabakosem yi ebia no mu nim yabakosem yi na jebi dankwa we mu o prison wo prison emoje kurumu no enye different from the egu yemu o emoje akoro no a eti Oheneba abusa ya enedie enya yemra wie bibia do obi betuma ya fa ho amana yeyi enya yemra na enyene ya NDC aban bia hye omutrim ti amo ma hye sa amra no Oheneba no ma kire mu akire wo no so on beka se court no sa wo moboa court so ayesi bi ka ho sa asemo abo ape so a enei enkofo kra me na fofo a me no mu wie law school a won pese won be judge enyi bi ni won kra yemfa wo mo mabu na wie school anka ya fo mama mo ye edmo judicial staff a ya sisi court no bi aka ho bibiri eno ba mikro mu joso MPP adabroma wukodo nyina ya sisi circuit court ho aboa ama pressure no e ba joso no so ate wukokwa so a ya sibi wo ho district court wo ho aboa ukombo nyira ya si district court wo ho aboa ama pressure na e ba joso no e so ate abai papa no aban papa nyine ye no sie bo bia mebom pii so wojo so eti esisi bi wo ayi ntenten and no the proper administration of justice.
Okay.
And yet tribunal sem na Oheneba na ya wasa awie udi obo say nche kura list beba of omo kotena tribunal so no udi o wa ha be hunu o ha Oheneba be kan komo ne bi ube hunu omo ede omo kotena tribunal no so ube hu ye be sisa party fu omo tiri mu odey no omo wotan Edman people for no mumpeni for what time? Ube who time power ma we mu what time? Oneba afe na aba be hunu bi. Afe na wo ba be hunu. Wo mo aye be head that tikti wo mo asesa wo mo akugu tribunal no so ni apel lawyer for ma akuma bi de etia no sa ye wie ya set tribunal no wie akoye se kodie wuo afidi a ye sum bi asi ho. Say ebe say abrabo ebe say mai na ititiri ne mu amuti mfidie so mo de munue o munue da bone no anya ba wo amuti mfidie so munue ne de anya mra ha eye all sweeping yes publication of false news. Tebe wuka bibia na aba no susu se se bi eburu se bi nya do enye ne da nya se enye no krewu enye ne da publication of false news that no so criminal matter entino ye pa ya mfa anko normal justice delivery system no ye do ba ko tribunal ye do ba ko wehuru enti dia ba no dia in fact me dia mesre sebe na dabi no fa no asofo nkase ye wo fa ase kwabra kan yo me ma me no jomfo nkase ye ba no ejusu MP na no kan ho asem wo ni entie sebe na mpanimfo na nanom ahemfo na nanom wadawro bo mu mankoje tuntum nkasa na dia ba no awie beduru brebi no ne asi abofra no kai enyine ye tachire no nye nananom enyo
la mena se na fancy na menim se yebenya bre na sa atena se di nkomo bio
me da se binia
isi de Ghana na ye ne de so adwoso mashe bedwane lawyer Kwabena Boateng ena ono nso so edi nchemu aba on tribunal bail John Mahama ene NDC for akofa edi abe asomachi
chairman
fuku huye
mejuzo chairman me huye pa
edi abe ne nipa wa asante memwa ya aban we ya asa asem si a emfa ne hui nanu ada na ye nkwala dunsia ana asante achi obogu omukohye omunkonhye wuo ayanti abayinka kopem say unfortunately nipa nsia soso helicopter edom kobo ho ansana yeti abayinka in fact in Ashanti region kwade chema Wontumi ene honorable Kwaku Asante Boateng ene party mpanfo wa Asante Achim South ekọ abusuano ho ekọ omudodo na ejirifo koma so dem no mukodi nkoma ansana later metese Asiedu nkatia ne nkofo so kwaide akọ
amukra nko ya okru
in this region regional minister na abato num tu akase enipa 23 ana galamse amna abu akum emudu baako ayankwala yenim de nkomo baye ede ama region yimantami ene oman ni nyina emudu nkro ana yetima yiemu a enan womuda so sham nanim and this government has been so silent as a BBAC nipa ba kokoro wu a ɛha adwen ebi a meka me say very unfortunate sɛ nipa na ewiamhyɛ ndom kɔ bɔ hɔ eku wɔ mu omukɔ do mo sa ahyeka ho aban wɔ yetima bɔ foto e de ato ama saa nkrɔfo no wɔn mu suafo wɔn yenom wɔn mma sɛ ɛnhwɛ wɔ mu
onom fi aban mu
because wɔn yɛ NDC party fo a wɔn party wɔ aban mu ɛna wɔn akɔhyɛ mu nkwanhyɛ wu a ɛyɛ awerɛho na ɛya na ɛmsɛ Ghana say no there are segregation or classification of Ghanaians ebi sumbo ɛma ɔman no ɛsiri bi ebi dimu ɛma ɔman no ɛne aban no ɛsiri bi ɛna ebi hu hia ɛma aban no ɛne ɔman no ɛsiri bi
eyi si awudi enim
na nka 6 ɛne 23 deɛ
difference won bebre
singa difference na so paa o ti ase nipa ba kokoro wu a areho ɛha adwen because he or she is somebody's breadwinner.
Oh yes.
But I beg you, moya mna ba ko mienu miensa ma se de ye ti ase kan no tumu a enye ye. So na no na ni pensia ye nyina ni mo kambo mu e di areho esuim. Esre nyankopon paibo e de mabusua o maje o machiri no. That was 6. And the 23. Last time it was 16.
Nice.
Yesu so no ade ana mpani se o mu mpese o bete ay atofuwo.
Ai.
Se nipa se be onyare ye anase wo na ho ento ko enwuye na putupumu enkwanhia anase bonfusem bi etwa wo nkwaso.
Eya. Osa babunu kura de ana.
Tina no de pension de na ya atofuwo tina areho. Tina me mpese de be ya amanyosem. Na manfa anya amanyosem so. Same way we kwa de eyade a ye kan wasema kan NDC for mo de ye campaign anya amamu otumi. Galamse.
Kasa bebre.
Moba ye galamse na muntumi nkoin. In fact, mampani gwa beka ame agye atum se onim se the party for bi eyedi.
No mo na echetu.
Oncheni.
Party for mu atwuma mponua a me NDC for abo mu constituency chairman Kutu kwadu se oyebi.
Ne hu re.
Mini anmo mu atwuma wo beja. I criticize anaso o my allegation. Etia the MC mini wisdom buama se oyebi. Adanse from chairman no kwa de and someone na radio so kika ya kwa de eni atani ewudi ye no untumi nka. Admit say oye. Ahemfu bodua egunsia etwa MPC 3 su dan. Se wo me galamse. Abai eye okay. Bibiansi.
Nkofo ni.
Afede adru bu mu se ni pawu.
And
when it happens in Ashanti region, this government silent. It's too loud.
The diabri susum video twana yi hu hia the konwa hu hia usum aye that video kun.
So where is Lawrence Tete?
Usum komwa
so for Lawrence Tete
ya papa
and anwada now we say the nonsense must stop no. Why are you not stopping this nonsense?
Your sister is one sign you know the cover nonsense by
you
was sincere doing in our sign one can you LGBTQ plus
in opposition you were calling for a state of emergency. And then Galamse no aye worse. Aye ben pregnancy and pronum as compared to last 3 years.
And I would hear one when you didn't hey
Babuatin MP Ebusan said aden na Ghana for aye din na umu aden na so for aye din umu nkasa
papa na so for aye bu
aden na nananum ahema mo aye din na mo nkasa.
Oh,
the so-called civil society organizations, why are you silent?
You the boni ani dia son koma mo sa na mo nam ya so e dia bargaining eyi a mode kokoje
yenkoi
munya bi di nti ma ye din na asofo ni bi tu bi sesi a enyem nwanwa
mfa yaboafo no ene the bokater munsem emra yenko
yo Emulate herbal supplements.
Wey ayedra yes apostle safo kantanka the African star and the baye. Edre say ade bi na no nam tatahwe tutumika ne kopa bi kwankro yade nyina etu ase. Oko ba bi eto bi do bi obenya bi ato. Dr. Penimpa no number ene ade ma wi 0535112873 0535112873 Exodus Moringa capsules and Exodus Dandelion capsules. Anopewo sorry anu abamodena amene Moringa ni mienu. Dandelion mienu. Ewia so Moringa mienu. Dandelion mienu. Enwumre no aye ne sa na adwuma na si na nyarewa huduo ni nyina afiakọ ama wo ho atumi atọ. Exodus for you yesam ye kan se koko ni edie ebo mpanifo ne pa na pani kura de wudi no wa memene to pa ye no esan so boa ni pedua no a eye anti aging e mafra ne so bi o madwene mu e ma musua de a o mu huna kasa anope wudu ani kyeremu e wa tonso agogo high school junction baby a ya bi eton ne paboa no a dodo bi a wo pe bi a won sabetimi aka bi na ya o mene na udi a wo se di sen shere ansan watumi edi aduane papa enti bomoduna na fra no pay ya 0544447033 0544447033 Ruta natural products. Malaria drug tatahia the whole of West Africa ajaba so body no the award no na we TV nani a baby atoa no aselsa award no da ho control fees smisuma ni mani na we so de chinyanti ni kum sonkro so a ni hia we de na da ho no pefe na Ruta tonic anso ewo ho enu 2 typhoid ase ana afa Ruta life ewo wuntinimu na Ruta 4H no so be wakoma wahrawa mu adwuma aboa ma chese obra bo bibia be kama anenti ne kan fama wo say okoji Ruta Mr na malaria duro na no age wenum nyina bia ka ho sanse ni nyina no ye tatahwe be boa wo be bia to abido na benya bi Dr. Penimpa no number eni 0244485632 0244485632 Danitone herbal mixture anope wo moja awe wo ni pedua ne ba bia ye wo ya wo sasabraba den wo to ase na etwetwe wo no wonum na to a wontimi ne die no oba wo nsebuo no emma wo abra wo mfafuro sisi yare no anei ama oni pedua chim wo no Danitone herbal mixture ne edu ebeboa wo Dani herbal clinic e wo Ashtown Emrom osi yare no de ada ne kranko no e no woto zafro zebra na onte ne time fam mesa se mfidie nwanwaso e na ode egu aso ene so a efri ni pedua no frutiri so besu na ase na kire dua ye mfa nka ho na etumi aboa pa na no pa ho a Danitone herbal mixture no de ba bia to adro bia eno nso so ebi wo ho je doctor number no pay ne friend no 0244365651 ana 0273392877 Gusto Mr. Aye stomach ulcer typhoid ne diarrhea ne nkeka ho yefunu ho anya mane anyina dro ye frɛ no Gusto Mr. Benefit koma ho anya mane a ene na dro tatahwe ene Mensoplus Mr. Afe mama jun somehow any amane se doctor akacho so be show rubber ojun so achim ojun so che chese ojun so tie mojo bi de chire ba wedro ye frɛ no Prostaplus Mr. Enomi ense nyina eye Nature Medics ana dia ba tini yaseko be bi eto bido bi akobi sape bito na so be frɛ Dr. Penin wo 0248778899 0248778899 Adum Adom Malakio mixture. Anope malaria fever no ebejane. Wonso so de no uhuna mu nyina na ya oyana. Obu ho no mo se me kon achi meto ase chese ne nipadua ba bia. Ode wonsa beso bia eye ne ya. Adom Malakio mixture ne beboa o. Adom national tonic ne so de. Anope wo wonu mato a wontumi didie no ebeboa mo ati bia wi ankasa. Wo moja wi eboa e ma immune system ne so gina brane ankasa. Adom ko mixture ne capsules ne de. Onsaka bia ayemutima ya yare o. Ebetu ase atwe ama ho ato. Koko ni nyina befia kɔ sisi yare no so bedwane anope baby eto aduro bia dependable herbal home kasoa homo na udu ani kyeremu na dodo bia wo pe bia so no wonsa etumi aka ma me ma number no pe ya na frepani kwankyerefo no yi 0242 223555
SCBU 0242 223555 Amuzu have food. Enku when you refer to me money kama eyi wo nyina firi honom nyane no so nko ma abo utrase amane ma koso tumi be kama nti hairdressing salons no ne barber shop for no bia nkopa bi ankra wo bia mpa bi nsi ne fie no ode ayi ne tumi mu amana kama tumi be ye fe enti yase kotafo nhya so Amuzu junction ne kopa bi tu na beton mo amo chese mo pretty cosmetic shops no na ebia na person ne Dr. Amuzu di nkomo a wo be friend wo 0242 955056 0242 955056
afera ponian konkrata
dogbo kata do bijo na no pen de bre yarefo nyina da ya di ni ti ko ni sisi ni ko choje na bete na ko ni na poso
na poso
ni de bre mo ya de wo be twenti aka no OBD ni achira CSA
Obia bedidi ame Petche Daily Graphic kunini do bokrata no Daily Graphic naba
Daily Graphic President ascends to tribunals bill 9 others. OSP names 5 in AXA bribery case. Tertiary business science challenge. UCC, University of Ghana Business School, KNUST is set for historic final. Scrap Vigilantism Act. It's unenforceable. Security experts. Yamkwe. I was your Daily Graphic, the Bokata no pay what buy ye. Man, penny gentleman, mamma, and any abri kutakrata, and nature said, Penya, Trivia. Ya no was in South and San Wajina Shady and Shambrasi. Now what Yatumu. Now, we want. The sister said, yeah, Mampeni, tribunal bill no. Simon Ababa Emra and Emra would one couldn't be a count. So cocoa afford the account. And he says, you cocoa cranny. Now Katias you cocoa so was him you could try to actually wouldn't him yacho. Yaduko not tribuna, and I said you ask him. Uncle for say a papa or henna mamunu near warrior na was soon video tranwashia. What the actual call fire. And they say, Kuntuni, Chess in Comwanum was soon. Na ya say OSP oboni penum bidin afa America sika dollar no no $1 million bribe no ho asem no ni penum bidin bribe no o mudin wo ni ya say suapo ahudo mu business sense challenge University of Cape Coast na Ashanti West AGU to your camp no economy ya kwesi ade and I feel so University of Ghana Business School and KNUST you see omo na chesembe ko final no
mami som ewo daily guide de wo bo krata ni sumwe daily guide
IAEA rejects gold sale laws claims against gold board. AXA $1 million bribe OSP list Kwabena Donko others as persons of interest. Vote for me. I will make Baumia president. Boache Ejako. Ministerial reshuffle. Pelpu. Papaya Nano Beka say ye complete agenda 111 and ye priority no. Yamine Trianica. Breja Jemfi Amani dispatched to you. Now Breja Jemfi portfolio no. Me who say Yami boys no. When this part my boys I would bet me like I said we Yami but the allies Yami allies no.
Okay.
We must one reject appointment no.
Asiedu nke tabra beka.
Na Asiedu nke tabra beka.
Say uncomplete national youth organizer.
Emu ye sure any AI no mri ayedi.
On reject position uncomplete national youth organizer.
Me hu minia Amina Yanga. Ono kra ni post kra de o chese o mabregu. Sikane enema wo mo de share campaign mu pa chese o mabregu. Because we wasted our time and resources for nothing.
Asemba manfinyum no. Ya bregu na be na be sa ubiu.
Ti am say Brazilian via the NADMO director.
Na the boss issue the NADMO coordinator.
Most of the portfolio near there.
Emergency resilience one.
Preparedness now. Just remember when you free my for tete.
O ti ase enya yie.
Na the work of presidency you be connect tables yo.
Na minim America
you cry won share that
na omo peso a omo de issues a statement no
ayazebo
grammatical errors we believe formal statement no bem na me hadi
na me hu se me hu no baby na ya mark hu bebre na dabi o
o de say delegate na review no
efra mu na buy Oheneba
Felix Kwachi Ofosu MP Minister Government Communication NSI. So President John Dramani Mahama has made the following changes to his government. Honorable Abdul Rashid Pepu has been reassigned as Minister of State for Special Initiative, while Honorable Emmanuel Kojo Ejekum replaces him as Minister for Labor, Employment and Job Creation. The President has also reassigned Deputy Minister for Defense, Honorable Ernest Bruja Jemfi, has also been reassigned as a Presidential Advisor on National Resilience and Emergency Preparedness. The reassignments take immediate effect. Ti amani na ariende are ho ne say ono ani nia santini ne na ko defense as the boss. Now if you understand the friction in NDC in Ashanti regional, Kenneth Ejay Eco Defense Ministry at Defense Minister no enyo nwanwa say yibu jeje mfie free ho Ashanti regional NDC no Yamin Nana Kwesi stroke Muntaka ena ya obimpe ohina yekum so fashion no ewo honom kakra better say enti wonim say Yamin ally ne baako lawyer na namra fasem che Ivan Samankwa ena a contest na Kwesi twice senko peso yi ne hwe ho ena amfa ena ise aso makoso che Isham Echi the current organizer say ometu na Kwesi nti ono so no atete towards omo flag bearer elections neighbor say o baby ena na Kwesi so wo baby
yo
nti mu na mo wo baby no ne betwa mu nyina magu
akom ne njire mu
otiase nti no Yamin airline with Asiedu nketi airline and of course what a Bridget so airline efa nti um promise na no ma sha ase ye no yanko mo fa de aka nto so dey ya dey say review
Victory garlic mixture. Anope we eye garlic kan. And ayechi mu nso no entie boa ne peduane papa. Enyare wo hudu opiti se wonsa no 983 no emfa ne tra san se ye yare. Stroke yare no a ena ebo won kaye no. Uhia victory na yisa ha no de free wo so. Stroke yare aka wato form po a. Victory beboa asan so apagya wo gira na so bio. Wo akọ kate so a wontumi nda. Victory garlic mixture ena uhia oba wo bu won sa wo bre wa won sebuo no ema kura no victory garlic mixture beboa wo ama nyoma nyina sisi so ama na ko yie e de ama wo anope ba bi eto aduro bia victory duro ne so e bi tuatua ho no mo life and color identify na empanifo mo wontremu yie 0242 545633 0242 545633
lumba car we buy near the two lumba no eba ya ben wa
Kitima
about 2001 2 3 imuhonum baby I said that time na wona Opel Astra so buy and Opel Omega
na tabena Tico so buy no
Tico was around 94 5 6 and a buy Tico so if you remember and then ma is it Japan 95 or Ikodo 95? Ikodo 95 under 17. Audi Saka. Na omofeli Tiku no. Oni Stephen Odro. Stephen Odro was 90.
Stephen Odro no man Tiku no.
Na so kwa boche de say.
Audi Saka so mo fele sa. Eno so need to to bus bia. Na etumi ka baba say de yesu na Tiku no. Anyway, mama yanko
Tiku ba ye fufufufu ene yanka 50 cedis.
Ene me de Tiku emuto no pa. Nkoko ena tachiman offense so na okọ tachiman a bono east we hutiko yuma ho okọ those nyameche ewo area me mfere nyameche area no wo tachiman a
ebi da so ho
2003 nam jiju susu ho Techiman. Bono East. That time Bono half. Enti. Nameti that area na Techiman. Because Tiku bi.
Sabra do susu guy na.
Na obefa ye free fee. Love and honesty susu savings and loans. Oh good at that.
Engofo bi dey.
I don't know because you susu boy 16 million.
Hey, sometimes 16 million.
Yes, 2002.
60 million. Hey. Yeah, net
600. Nada, 2000 say then now.
Just make you home interest. If you am say me adwuma na ya me sabe so sikem me kwa bena Asiedu
eno so beti o ama wanji Oheneba
na nansia no fitu ase no ye adwuma wo that time atwuma rural bank one na pokunu no so free abesoa no so ye bango nti mu no free bango no eno mu beti savings and loans no to me we 2001 and I'm started say me ye adwuma and ye adwuma no be 1 year no ko be a branch e wo Techiman de ko e na kura manya body kakrai 5 years ago mona yanko you just
say yanko
anti kishima ba center say Bramede namu sayade do tatahwe na ntu namu sayade na sema na abu akwa sepase nti utra bebi na Oheneba so na sepase gawo junction ho na kitima wo na enamu sayade no dinya bebre si awo ho kwan ese wori de ema o ma edidam eni nti konentem enti ne say bomodia say achirichiri wa achirinti no ye the number we man Fred doctor ewo 0246 914717 0246 914717
3P garlic mixture. Way AAP work fonso enediaba. Anope immune system no etisay 3P bebo ebe boost ne kama. Na nyarewa hudu ejija ni pedua ka odasani anu tumwo no. Eyi ni nyina efri so empo yare no adane krankwa. Koso 3P show bounce ye wadro ebetu ase ama ho atawankasa baabia ye to adro bia piwakefo adro bi so ewo ho jiwo mo number na from anope yae 0248928824 ana 0201000021
yanko Ghanaian times so
Ghanaian time was de wo bokrata no ena yede etwa so Ghanaian times.
Ghanaian times. No, and some no be me fati.
Prekese ngongrai. Eni amfa kese pa na eni.
I say mama escape be so anti escape why.
Amfa kese pa. Ni amko. Skip the queue.
Where the World Bank. World Bank approves $500 million for roads. Investment to rehabilitate 1,050 kilometers of feeder roads. Fresh shake-up. President Mahama reassigns 3 ministers. DVLA moves to tackle 5 major security risks.
Tell. Carry on.
Anya na chasa Ghanaian times of Bokata okakabi na mse ewie no. Ya say World Bank wiase for na nyina sika korabia bata no ana katafe tosu dumienu wo Ghanaian times mu no ya say woduma jatum ma chese $500 million no dollar bunabunu no se yemfa ema meye feeder rusu ho adwuma ya say kwantempon no be apem ene eye aduonum kilometer no frequency no nti ho asem no ani ya say chese DVLA driver vehicle and license authority for nti wonu chese nyama hudo bi aye enum a chese etiamra na wo mu ba be sori de etia din ya se mampeni so shake up no ho asem ho asem na odia ba be to anim hayi no asem anyina
Ghana bamo anope mamenka fu bi enfama we ebeboa wo pa wo na momre no odi pe Ghana ba mo bi amfa ntwetwe enatia machima metia me hama me dabi Ghana bamo de wa obetimi de asrasra keke ye mfa ntwetwe ba bia o de sra bebo de ya onu nyina beko ama ho ato na wo enanope so no wo kata no ache wo no de yan se Ghana bam no bepe nso hye obeti atumu na wopuno ohwini mo bete kama ama ho atumi ato eti yare wo chiri bremo koko ni nyina Ghana bambosa na prostate joy capsule so de prostrate sensam so eterete wa Johnson tentam so ebe ye free wa ma ho ato Ghana man capsule so eye mema ho ne no a anope obi a bema bi o memene bibia o jirane na so me friend se bema mu ankasa Ghana hair before na diaba ba bia ye to adro bia so ebi wo ho no mu ji Ghana hair before number na anope from moy 0244727028 ana 0244754380 screening free health screening
Wontumi multimedia and associate dia base ya hefo sanse ye do munti no ye be free health screening dia mamo na ear nose and throat ano aya wohini mu wasumu anu minimu ana konfa no che ya sabia apomdimo anim difo eba aba be hwehwe
tumede ne sasha na sum no kwa ne mini
ana afenso eni yade day to day eye clinic for efrikwamo eba aba beboa ana afenso esen yade konfa no che ya sabia apomdimo anim difo afe nipeduani nyina no Balm of Gilead Alternative Clinic and Diagnostic Center ewo eyija wonum ana ebua na nyame adoma September bosom de atoso aduonu baako
21st September
ana dwedie no koso Wontumi multimedia heya Amedia Senior High School ni nhwedi mu second gate nhwedi mu pe
afofida on holiday on
Balm of Gilead wonum aya sabia no ewo eyija na eyija no wonu mu eben MTN office no wɔne ɛyɛ Eija hotel and nurse no so ɛbɛnya kyerɛ sɛ wobɔmmɔden na wokɔ hɔ nom a wɔnom mfidi a wɔbɛyɛ lab enuanidie mu nkyerɛkyerɛ a wɔde bɛma wo na nyasam ketewa yɛde wɔn number ma wo sɛ frɛ wɔnom ɛwɔ 0539863838 ana 0249343408 after New Leaf Malamis ano aye bra yellow no ni ti no aye yellow na malaria de do tatahwe a so malaria na chi obi na so da ho mpa pebi ma no ahomere nyina ebe ye fiwa ama ho ato wenya ho de sonko typhoid no be kwa ama ho ato utidwa ukaka ni nyina be kwa ama ho ato ano nti kope a dry fence said unity yellow no yeah New Leaf Malamis no na fe ye wo de unity kokko no ye de unity red no
New Leaf herbal mixture
and also say enamu nsan yade syphilis gonorrhea ene ne nkeka ho ntiti nkeka ne biba ni nyina be kwa ma ho ato bomodin so benya nnuro we bi na anom abeba abedi adanse o mechira kwa wo abu akwa asenema so the blood of Jesus junction honomo a ba say ho na Japan sport no enti na du wono a ubehunu wonu ma na se ubefre wonu mo 0244101372 ana 0201750500 Harry B Rentals ehona enkonwa papa chese
canopy papa sound system table no carpet green ya be almost so the form generator so enye bia ya man problem obo so na ye tututu ye ni sa
enti what the party engagement ye ne nkeka ho no to safra wonum na wonum na mesom dwumedie no ase bremai wonum be DVL office no wo mu number 0243249197 0243249197 Afe Grace Baptist Restaurant eduane papa fie ho na wodwabo no ase no to nsafra wonu mai na order ni nyina ye no ho no mfa eduane ne mra we de nyame ehira so eduane a de obedi abonsa no eduane ahodo be na pa jollof ana fufu ana banku ana mutu eduane ahodo bebre wo mu ye no ho na wo mu number no eni onse amekom Grace Baptist so amumu number obefre de agya wonum 0243928313 yes subiu 0243928313 Diopter Eye Consult ni di twatwo na Diopter Eye Consult nso ani yade wo adwuma no mu ye glass a wo be hye ene ne nkeka ho ani mu nhwehwemu nyina da ya no akoma so ye wate e wo kumasi asafo ha ya o asafo efa
amaso mbe go filling station no
amadia wora na ba to no mo go betimi afre wo mo 0322 494744 ana 0244714893 nanyen
bye dear good
right Basco for Emre na menumu emetroso monsoro nkoi na yemebo ankomo na akoya okwo wakapa ode para ko penti na nimu ne je se krobo no mo ba de okwo wakapa na ko bo para ba ko pa wada ne visa contractor yes ni po be 13 and what the mababa we $5,000 we $6,000 we $8,000 we $9,000 just say hey just na krum na ankasa kra ni pen bi wo so awdwunu ha wonti ase uwu obi o team so obona ni mu pada no atamiska akoma ne se je egoye visa mame na za ne ye no anyway siri akwaba
ya Oheneba mejo so
na pom to say
yankopon dom na wo so
na me na dom yeso ho ye pa
na da yankopon ase
ye monkomai ye monkomo
efa kwenya yesu na ye nchia watiefo nyina sa edu anopa sei dia obia de na fidie na de to Wontumi TV ne Wontumi radio na eduru sei dia na say ye Pasco herbal capsules hon komo na ye bedi Oheneba na wo hwe se de ye Pasco herbal capsules amanfo esi edi ho adanse na say aye eniema bebre ene me wo ho na man bi frɛ sɛ ɔno ɔwɔ ɛyɛ galamsey area na bɛsɛ mfie mienu ni na ne yafunu aye ne yasa esan se omo ho no munni hospital kese enti no abrebia no na ade a oye ne se okono mama na ji ne pains no ede ama no we na onya akwanya na oba eye ni nua ho ewo kumase na ebeka no ho nti oduru hospital no na the doctors for kan na say eye ne brabo no na aye kese kakra nti ebeka ne say hepatomegaly na aye kese nti ye mema ni ndro ni bia na be mfe mienu ni still na onya ayaresa nti ho na obi introduce eye hepasco herbal capsules de e kire ne say sisi edro we die eno na aba ye bo abrebo na o sha ase enunum bi na nhyenka nyame se be se boso mienu ni die o se ye funyare na abrebia o feeling no pains na wonya no ena edi nyina eso atimi akọ na we che se hepasco herbal capsules edi ni dwumadie no se de eda bia amanfo edi ho adanse no ena akọcheke ye na ye se eye bibia ba normal ede amana sisi okonanim ne se enti na yaka se oya ankrankra oya herbal shop oya pharmacy shop na ope hepasco herbal capsules ni bi odi ma obusuani anasa wo so wo ton de amadasa amomoso anya apomodin papa dia na ne na wafra ye wo 0557 45 35 79 0557 45 35 79 anasa 0501 45 9 bi na atọ so acha wadarma no duturu meka akọ hospital akọ hwehwem na se koba se ebrebo ne dia no duturu meka wuhia adro bia se hepasco herbal capsules na also waje odie ene yi se dia abrobia ye ka no ene obi oho abrebo ni ntimi ndi ni dwumadie ye nti no ene waye hoya ne nsem aye yellow na nim wo hwe na nim pokura timi se na nim aye yellow se koba sa de a eche se brebo ni ntimi ndi ni dwumadie se de abrabia ye di nkomo se ye moja wo ye mu na ye moja cells no o akwanya se 100 days to 120 days otimi free mu mafoforo ba eti se koba se odi ni dwumadie yi na awie na brebo na ebe yi na free nipaduani mu antime anyi a afi ehye se eboaboa no eno ene kofa join this no eba nti na se wohu bibisa wo nipaduani mu wohu bibisa wo unua bi wo maame wo papa bi mu a no duru meka kopa hepasco herbal capsules na wo de amano atimi amano ono so atimi anya pomodin papa ene se de ye ka no ene yaduani aye die yensu ayenum nyina da ne chemicals nko a yedika miate ase se wo the master of detoxify wo nipaduani mu de a eno ane brebo no etise koba se ene agrochemicals aye die ne galam se etwa ye ho ahia ene se de ye niema bebre aye wo hwe first exercise ane ye yina ene ye ntimi nya biem ene ye musa ye ho pokra se Sunday special nipa dodo se netimi bobi enso first nka Sunday special jogging ene de keka ho yina no ye ade na ye ede ma ya pomodi ni Mississippi enso ene ni na entimi nkoso de a ene ne ye tufu se konne ko pebre bo afo ba ko pen no so mo abrebo no ma entimi ni dwumadie se de se na fata ekoba sa de a abrebia onya pomodin de akọ onwuma so ama manga na so atumpon na sa opebrebo bo afọ ba akọ peso de a ene na no ane hepasco herbal capsules edura nega na fo yina agi atum na edi eye adanse ewo amansan dwaso nyina ene hepasco herbal capsules tutu mekai na kwajo de na also etimi efa bo wo ene ufiefo yina ho eban ni senti ne eka se bibi kire wadwimpo a frey na yeso yentimi nje ofeso na osu timi konya hepasco herbal capsules ni bi nom mienu anopa mienu anwumre wa abra wadidi awie empo de oda adro so da abrebia ye ka de oda adro so de oda adro so ache say ye hypertension adro say ye diabetes adro ye in a form of adro bia onum bia o de ne say obanum wadro no no waja ye don hwe ba ko de atum na wanum hepasco herbal capsules no so de aka ho ekobasa na wa ma pomu no SCP esita ni senti frey I was 0557 45 35 79 0557 45 35 79 and I say 0501 45 92 55 0501 45 92 55 ofre ya bejo feso ama woso watimi akonya wo Hepasco herbal capsules ni bia ma opomuden no atimi atumpon se de abrebia ya ka no Oheneba obi oho a ye nyina nim se ye wo niema bia ye normal wo ye nipadua ni mu te se odunso mpokura na ye wo se de o se odunso ani esi eye ene ye ka sei obi oho akọ hospital ye senka wa anya kra o senka odunso na nitimi ye te se straw color ene obi oho na odunso ani aye dark obi oho na Johnson ono atimi se asesa obi o say nso no ntimi nom ebi o ha nso na ntimi nom so onum so na so still na Johnson ani na asesa no sesa na asesa akobasa na brebo na bon ka ye bi se wontimi ndi ni dwumadi eye na ohia moa eti se ohia moa so de a ene na no ane Hepasco herbal capsules na also wotutu meka akwa bi obi ene ne ho ekeka no ahohe aba no so ye di ka di ho adanse se brebo no so yi toxins ni na di free nipadua nim so the more na onipadua no accumulate more toxins na entimi yomu free wum no na ede sa ho keka no ede aba nti ene sa ho keka na ene wakon enko wasesa wota wasesa usem na wasesa empo pumoda uyusu mpokra na enna tutumika kope Hepasco herbal capsules na also efa enya oyaresa sa so na ene na ya to nsemu tentan ama yafu ahya ama ya nase atatai tutumika na kope Hepasco herbal capsules na also etimi enunum bi ema eno so enye enkoso emfa ema ebiem yedikan edi ho adanse se ene ofa Ghana for na nyina de a yendro no ubenya bi ato ba bia nti ene ye na ye won kan yentuturu meka enko kanshi drug lane udu ho Hallows Herbal ho yensa betimi akan ye de yakoma 7 na and also Casco Herbal Center our Presby Junction no so pepepe yeduru ho yensa betimi akan Hepasco Herbal capsules ni bi na yakono nom ede ape apomuden papa saso na alajo Good Health Natural Center also ho ashama yenko Ericus Pharmacy and House of Drug yeso yensa betimi akabi la pass enko OP Pharmacy saso na kaso enko Dependable Herbal Travel Judah eso yensa betimi akabi ensa womunko Randy Pharmacy na Tony K eso wosuhum yenko na yenko de Kofodia Casco Herbal ewo Jackson Park na nchen pe uduru ho a eno ane se wo ka se ope brebo bofo ba akopɛ no on sabetimi akabi enkokɔ yenko anti akobam ene Ericus Herbal yen sabetimi akabi Gibson Pharmacy yaso okede saso na Kenob ewo atmemoda konongo yenitu mekanko polina esapon na yenko gye de Kumasi ade ofo ba bia obenya Hepasco Herbal capsules ni bi yenko Freddy Mens Misty Herbal Colinac PFE na yenko gye de Dani Herbal eso ho Sofola ebu akwa yenko Tenatek yeso yensa betimi akabi saso na dunkofen enko NS Tewia na yenko gye de Boss Pharmacy ewo boase saso na Santemampon se wa Herbal yenko ne yenko gye de owo asa bibiduro fie otakwa saso na Grace Herbal so otakwa yeduru mika na yenko gye de Mankesim ko Jeff Herbal saso na Cape Coast Pedro Junction so pepepe Salamat ewo ho saso na Bruce Herbal so okronim yenko ne yenko gye de Zue Herbal ne Socrates Pharmacy eso ewo Temale saso na Takrade yenko AMNsa Sir Charles na Kodokrum na yeso yenko gye de sehwifo yina nko film na fosia ne yenko gye de nti Oheneba se de ka no se ope brebo do papa dia na de no ane Hepasco Herbal capsules Herbal capsules eti ama amanfo anya hotoso se CCA die ye hu adura etime bo abrebo no eno ane Hepasco Herbal capsules me say enti ne ka se ankrankre pharmacy shop herbal shop upe bia eno ansa wafre wo 0557 45 35 79 0557 45 35 79 and I say 0501 45 92 55 0501 45 92 55 ofre ya bejo feso na also atimi akope bi de amada samamo mu atimi abomo brebo ho ba Oheneba ya beda tiefo yina as.
Thank you very much. 29 minutes after 8 with me in the studio the Ashanti regional organizer of the new patriotic party Dennis Kwakwa from Ampon watutuma na obedi youth organizer region kakra odi communication director kakra and obedi organizer baby Marching.
Joso, now what to say?
I'm not dumboko. Utin consoso. You told me in jail.
I'm from a crowd. Yes, I can't be Wilson. Wilson can't crave your arm. I can't. I was out there and I can't.
Oh, yeah, auditing.
I know the entire about the idiot. Most best service be that I am a so come home.
I see. How is it after election?
Sally, Brennan, my brother.
Now, got a one you are home crowd because I was on the CID. And then,
my brother. Yeah, 2 Abanivia Saturday, no. The Monday, Jeff Kina, a decan invited himself, Bishia, Kumasi, constituencies no for campaign. Okay. Kojano, my Monday. Tuesday, and I see I so I shall a campaign for 3 days. Now, see, I did when I'm a tranche and a nice mediator because we were Cassian a by.
Of course,
because of the Yahoo, or you mind and I, and said the name shall which me I have what party. A boss, I know, Mammy may if you are any to put on the men, them cry, name who is a name who's out my breakaka. When I'm a dance, my nephew, but the man answer near boy who say a chasse from that day, 90. We are not complaining. Now, me, I do very soon and very, very soon. Uncle for start here who say I'm from. It is so far so good. The fulfillment say, your person, your party, you man not 2 minute world delegates or not delegates say I'm pay with you. Until they said to me, Master Fakodi Juma episode, the boy party, and one Casano. I had a shame cry. Now, I am Munyamshe. We and so I think that this is the second time I'm appear on set. The first one of the region is in Crawford and Cook stations. I Nase. I think it was very brief attention. This is my main year, Maba. I didn't come more as a regional organizer. And then it's a so I mean, so.
Let me walk me do what me who so.
Okay.
Because
so far.
Is it me to me show because I will pekwa.
Oh, so they now.
Why missing me so? Is it me chief of staff
to the chief of
to the chief of staffs,
the chief of staff of and so far so good. I said I make a better delegates now say no custom a campaign baby ana ye need that so no omo man try and I think say eno ne ade asese akoye motivation as I come your responsibility so I can say because the who say to whom much is given much is expected.
Yeah.
And until there or my so far no I share in crying I share then so you be near you said the show mo bono. It is so far so good. Maybe I have also come.
So preparation to say to kickstart.
Oh, yeah, I shall say that. Yeah, 2 abani we no ade ba kwa akwa event ba kwa beda ye no ma yintumi nyim fi ho antie hu ni ye Thanksgiving service. Individually nipa 11 obi akọ no contest obi awo ba bi okọ na sorry anti I said that's about share first meeting ya jetum se nyina be di kai ba akọ bu.
Okay.
Na be to say regional party ni nyina na dey ase dem anya me wi ansa no obi bi oye. Nso no no abaya dey a e wo ho. On to say be year free on movement to crab every person cover be a Wontumi nko and on the 6th of September. Was there by now okay. Nonetheless, me so as the organizer no, I'm leading the organizational wing to have a mega forum on the 5th, a day before the Thanksgiving.
The day before, that is Saturday.
Saturday no.
Saturday week.
The week.
Okay.
Yeah, but a forum kasiye. Your constituency organizers in normal deputies. Your constituency youth organizers normal deputies. Your constituency women organizers deputies. Nasara organizers and deputies. And a PWD coordinators or constituencies in Nano. I'm leading a forum here from you know my transit vision at two the leaders in the region. Now I do more feedback and no more input in order to complete our action plans. You hear say no more share no more chair the offer. Or there no friends here see they share action plan because it shouldn't always be say you know see the region no so nti you say and so sa forum no be precede the Thanksgiving service na day before no
okay
na we are after the night say that see we na na mu na nkom I no more di adwen tira yenya na ya hyase enti eno ne ade am influence so far metumi akasa ye eventer women organizer regional women organizer or share constituency women organizers back.
Yeah, I think last week.
And I think what I'm planning to do is a forum where we are now. If how will be able to move into the department. No, I know Juma. Now, I'm so much touch in my monitor. No, my support to say this is support. And it's so far so good to kickstart in the day. Very slow. Yeah, we are meeting a lot of groups as executive. And now you have race course. So the vision is simple. The party belongs to the people. They feel it's a party. No, the legacy VG5. We are going to give the party back to them. And we call campaign, and that is all that I told the people. Say, per the researcher, yeah, no post election 2024. No, me na me wo form ho. Me call ho kotie nsem no. And some of them crofo kan nyina no kabuma. The only problem Ashanti region MPP when say party no. One no more than the phrase I get from myself. And so my job as an organizer is to facilitate and near my me the party now come back. The black chairman can't so per se. You call race course and I thought Sena Abuame until now we were so much involved to say your cocoa has say could share Muhammad the phone who say party that's your modia. They are bringing it back to them, and that is the major hurdle I have as an organizer. And no, it may necessary. Friends say, "Juma, I already did my say, and will be over 70% complete." And until you go so, and I shall say, "Sano, Yaman so." I think the public appearance is very important, and until whatever we need to do to make sure the party comes to life, becomes much lively. To set the affairs and for person feeling. So I never shall say, but the actual worker, you did very in election there. You know, I don't discuss strategy on set. The actual name I know there. Targeted activities. As I say, time and time, no. You banner baby or her. You unfold your public idea, but most of the name, people should not expect to see me so much in pictures and videos. And I'm a style, no. It is not my style, and I want to believe some Crawford appreciate it. Even if they don't see me on social media so much loud, because men conquer share Juma and fan people's name and family to one to man this for encounter. I know dear. I just want to believe say and Crawford say I'm going to work. But I said that be I remember Quabontina cameras me so no me trabadi every day, and sometimes. When you be a or critical out to both study at Abacasam and Yashe, where you must do the Mayapa. But then your camera work, and people should begin to understand me. Hombasum whom they can call, find out their but say, me corner nama coda to criminal debbie. And no name me. He said, Macala, we not you social media, or more we are. The problem is their own corner or before for Sydney. It may take a long time and send don't dissolve a conipan when him say nothing is happening. Sometimes and my friend said now social media my nanya son and near politics. Yeah, social media by easy to know the opponent and to suit me bitia. But I think say baby we don't need that style. And now they here no. Whatever we have to do, you have to sit down and plan and plot and execute the agenda BIO. And I'm just giving that signal to the people. Say, more expectation. They shouldn't expect to see my works so much on social media. But that would also not mean some engagement. I know that I'm telling them, if we are forum where we are, you have a targeted campaign, and you have a near quite the camera base so. I don't see. So our friend Ajimidi, so I just want to give this. It's about the resource. It's about the resource. But that is me. Who am I? Jumana. I will cry her. Maybe yeah, Jumama. I try to give them access. Please tell me the resource out there and leave me to use my own strategy. I'm trying to say a law or chemistry. Has this law of constant summation. or see the total entropy change of a reaction is independent of the reaction path. Now we know what she say Kasadi, or say whenever work is done, the route or path taken is not important.
Then I watch no come guess.
Chemistry.
Not check chemistry.
That we not biology.
Biology.
Chemistry. Chemistry we no call your science now we feel salo we are one kilo be our science in row. Because very simple. And very practical.
One of them is on defining atom as a buga.
Buga. Ampa. So already we are chemistry. Maybe I know how to whenever work is done, the route or path taken is not important. The most important thing is that the results now fall and so here results, and that is what I want the people to prepare their minds towards. And yet, social media has its own role to play. Communication directorate, whatever is necessary for them to showcase on social media. But me, I'm the chief strategist of the party. Saying Panko Pebbles. And to me, my Juma may no, and your social media Juma. That one, Miss say Nipantias and to her. Now, almost presume whom my Juma be among free Musa. Mama Bamu Musu, Quaqua, please, I didn't buy any who's all David. That should not be the yardstick for them to measure a Juma may and I Juma may.
Maminsa Musa Simwe, me assure, sir, or your campaign, Nayabusa. Me, I mean, what the home come open about the task, the responsibility I offer to also. Menim say umubusa is no unya response the ma
you we are there to order that anye ade abetu empofrim because the good thing is adwuma no region na me ba no mababida and first time me be adwuma wa region and directorate am ye adwuma first time na youth don't say youth no eno ne ofa organizational we na hona say adwuma gina pa do to handle youth. Na say afi wone emma na yadwuma pa ne na sara for yadwuma na ye say the embodiment of departments no be dano enye too overwhelming. The major problem I was say no be able can say be as say party na dru no I said the work has become more difficult, and so what it means is say yen so ya ho keka modern more as say e bon na say so ye double no enti emro me so that one me ka say to abawie ye no me feel say adwuma be den dabi because you we adwuma na enim say de budru tie ne akode mo na be hia say between the aye nipa e wo party nim omo ate atena kwan bi so abia no mo friends omo wonim de bia mo mfa maaye saa nipa ne nyina mo a obi de be sika obi de be other resources mo na keka bomu de a I bet you adwuma no so ncheme ena maba musumu ye me ye mo nheme me hu ne say ya ade a said the work and trans di nkomo ahwe ne yie hu se betumi aye ne akwaje enti na yakwaje de eye said the make na basobo na party for their mind so munim se nipa nyina wo ba so na betumi aye. And so that belief and confidence in a party for women muno and one kasa na baye full bi and one kasa mama odin am de baye adwuma no nti it is not overwhelming me. That is the fact. Adwuma, I see it as it is, and I believe I'm going to deliver.
Ashanti Regional Organizer Dennis Kwakwa and menino ebo enkomo no na ye sure say ne won free na or the letter na mame
letter chief of staff,
the chief of staff intino no edi no
ono kwa chief of staff I just am the call ai orientation every man pass answer na mama letter because we
orientation guys so say refresher course
adwuma baba me no me may won hono do so say dem
because I refresher course come but Ashanti region and then election 2028 it starts with you the regional executives to the constituency electoral area and then polling station
election no the only say start with polling station for omo there. Every day they are involved with the voters. Voters no one chain or one has some copeba. The Akan said they are region abano at the direction ebeko. And I believe say anything because if a crop of nipa ya to abama nipa 11 no. the least in terms of party experience will be position cry. I think will be at the polling station with the yes. And I don't think there's anybody among us, or like I said, only post to be harder. Will be at the bidder. I mean, shut down to my ball. I think by and large, be a large. Many I'm too sure for now, baby. First vice, I'm of a jantua. I mean, new position.
No, he has been a treasurer of Mountain.
Treasurer, yes. I almost forgot 20. So for no,
I contested for constituency chairman. Crasso,
I contested, but I was talking about her tenure, about treasurer. So. Yeah, we have a chairman who has been so many years constituency chairman. We have a first vice who has been a constituency officer. We have a second vice who has been about 3 times constituency chairman. A secretary who has been constituency organizer, 2 times regional organizer. We have deputy secretary who has been a comms officer at the constituency and second vice. I'm the organizer. I've been a polling station chairman, constituency youth organizer, regional communication director, and now regional organizer. You have a Nasara organizer, what the constituency youth organizer for many years. You have a women's organizer, what the constituency women's organizer. Martin has been TESCOM president and youth polling station executive for many years. And then who else? I think it's Asa.
Yeah.
And so if you are talking about experience, I think so we have a bunch of people that come with vast experience. And maybe I can't say, we don't have any excuse to disappoint the people.
That's sure.
Because you two baby memory that no be anu jina hobi say team we there. Almost selected the right team. We had 35 people. They chose 11 out of
35.
And so say 11 we almost selected every individual. And I believe say we don't have any excuse. And you can see disappointed young Crawford to Abama, and then coming from this rich backgrounds and also. A chance will be na juma or a better diamond cacrebi when you before Frasono.
Abuano.
That is it. As a time beyond the free, you must see a year jumas, a bushabacon, a bassa. Men now has will be a juma or a better form. Baby, as a semi so be soon, some miss me dear nature or babuamanatre. I think, say, team no, the Akana say a people polling station for. Constituency for now who say we are ready for them because man do no more there. But I said me share what mo say. Baby me party if there is nobody available, I will be available because me say I have declared myself 24/7 worker for the MPP. Because campaign me catch on there.
Ko ye adwuma bia nka ho.
Me campaign yafe. Ano na me kokan aja campaign mo ye nsem bebre. To can some to me so near the battle. I think say etwa ni nyina na say company be any Ashanti region or workforce the numbers are such MPP. But looking to there's not a single person or a full-time worker for the MPP. It has never been. Even the secretary for no so many Jumano. Nanke to a so secretary be a koye Juma PBB. Efena Bushi and Onya time kakra. That is what I have committed to do. I give them that assurance and I'm going to be available for that job. Say do be bimpo na obi Juma. And I saw I want to be present and available. Said the way I bet me assume mama 2028 abano. Ye can no for friends MPP no. And nema kakrebi. And a kotia yaw pa yaw die won krofo akoma. That one I know. And I said him some krofo bebre so ya tra homa propaganda no. Etumi wo to the sense say no more than send this in the just the Obayama Ashanti region be mad. And so it is just a matter of making appearances, meeting the people normally aggrieved, not telling them, say, actually, this is what the MPP is. Said the Crawford Penty, secondly, and then near my course, I remember and your papa, but they don't get a chance to hear. You will be basic for me near interacting with the grassroots from Huancasa and your radio and TV. So, because now I can say, maybe try Hello FM program back, maybe my Bamabu. Whilst I was at the top, I'm a Abrosan, so I may communicate. Now, I didn't say, more blue light, a chill for you. Until I step down, I may do be a TikTok. Or the phone. So, men number phone and will be a craft phone here TikTok. So, the near you need near Casago. But Abraham, far this registration, I made the call honor. Then I could also see, say, they just wanted the feel of the party, say, a ben woman. ɛno nti nkakra me deɛ mahu yare no ɛna matumi ahu prescription so a ɛbɛfa akasi betu ho anamo, and that is why I said I'm going to work for the party 24/7 to make sure say election adwuma na yɛde ama polling station for be mmra momo sana montu bi anko amankrofo amfili sɛ sɛbe mpanimfo mputa wo machi a ɔkɔka asɛm na toda yintie. And so the constituency and the polling station structures, electoral area structures na ho no yɛba bɛboa wo ma momo adwuma yɛmrɛ amagidi abam sɛ de bɛya nyame yɛ ado na sɛ tumi no yakosra ebetumi ayemre in 2028 yɛntwema 2028 ne ma ansa na yakase yɛdɔmo yɛ adwuma bɛhyɛ ase dɔmo yɛ adwuma na ne kyina yɛ.
You will be welcoming the whole party in October for the national conference. You should say the election committee you must, but as the regional executives are more receive party now, so matanasi Eddie home komo and
they need komo because I think the national there so many committees behind the election I who you role be play.
Okay.
Nonetheless, as a region and I make a committee make a bibi what I expect to do as the organizer and sana conference na so make a bibi or home and then nyina na be kanwa ntimi am my picture. So they said my own say as the youth organizer in 2021 you host two national conference back on stadium. I know they na about to nka ho we dey about to no keke na abesakrem enti enye easy and no ka ho bi ntini eto aba wie no ye mu bi ye hu de ye no ma bre me ka se me bre na me bo but to move out even 1 week kura na ho ya yede because of sa nema we na na mu just a train na conference ni wie because we can't disappoint the MPP. So ye bibi wa Ashanti na ya polling station for hanyina account na is Ashanti na afeli. And so ye no I da no adwuma no be see na so no. And it's good. We have constituency organizers ahoke kan ma ya madwen some the better match no. I'm so much happy and impressed. And medical actually mo adwuma eda ho in terms of conference ever. I said they may hear more and how months are available so more transfer adwuma be a bomba boa me I don't think say babru so I rule say play in the region there said them can the regional organizer ma be di my region adwuma da regional secretary or do organizer da enti emi enu nko akra no yenya sa experience ni
handle it
yenya sa experience ni bi wa region in 2021 enti omo so abeka ye ho sa no I think say maybe born me refi Helena Akra. Yeah, or no. Presiding member and police station. I think she's the only person I forgot to mention. Kaskin to a police station. Are you from? So, and by and large, my friend say, Obia will exposure be one way or the other, and say conference in the national for you who free mumpo. No more one day my I can bet you say a bit to me a year in a year. Even if National Forces Committee be a cromon kanwa, you bet me enti you're trying we want to host Ashanti the MPP and make Ashanti get sa energy na party nimbu and sa na 2027.
And I know say Monya omombe compliment mu amoya human as deputy so aka ho. Monya nya appointment.
Nya. It's a slightly intimate matter makasi aye. Alright. Because appointment ma huza nkrofo kwa congratulations ya cook meeting akwa decided baby and no akwa de bia na yeka ho asem first day no akwa kosisa no. Enti bibia ye bi betumi asesa enti I don't know why people are rushing say communicating ma obi about you go so you know I cannot come and sit down and say yeah point.
I think that's right. Mamema akomumrem dem me ba obi na afi bendi and some ACC Ghana crew mo haram nkomo but before me kwa akomo no ana menka we mu mpreko one kwa me ekona nti yesu de na eno so to say I think say so hia me pa CID project no
asema campaign am koye na emesere my campaign ma GFK said me kan he is the first person after election me and so people have problem with CID adwuma me and I think
so they don't have a problem with Okoye campaign my GFK.
I think that is
but they have a problem with
that is highly unfair.
Only CID Koye.
That is highly unfair. Me a politician, me ma core election be that meaning only power odi mechi in times that me core election kwa mpuku CID. If I want to recount the number of times I even make a primaries or mampon or tune na ba mampon. And people should slow down. I get it, say ebi am be regional organizer bi obi won interest onya ya ho na kameko but obi amrafo because kwame ye menua
sometimes
kwame ye menua
who interest regional organizer onya interest enyi
kwame ye menua so obi a wonim no his and me no mo kwa bonte no me no kwa me chechem so ye menua. The truth is that people will not be happy also because some friends say kwakwatisimu bia yebetie no asem no. What I say, and truly that is why I go out to
also that
is why I go out to campaign because say me call campaign me bompa ya shrewd the
over can yinti
na me cause an ma hwema no yi no ma hwese message am dey kono so to asum. That is why I campaign for anybody and I myself. I won't go out and say sabe me si abonteme nko kan asem to asum. Anu nti kwame poku CID project no tale koye na me de sometimes I grow we do baby I could have told him to go for any other thing but for about 2 years and I'm catching the kwame me call primaries and from your advance or primaries in be then people will need you as our next national youth organizer because I grow no yeah movie follow and name kwame what is see a former whether I am cranking get say I'm penning for say then people are attracted to him highly enigmatic and so affinity no with the youth no ebema ye adwuma ye mre na Ashanti region high tia is party na high strongholder ye kasa ha na adwuma kase wo no ask me omo mo contest national youth organizers one so be do region ha onu betumi ama adwuma ye region for ye na ye mre chan kwa mpoku siade he's in here the people love him there be obekobi o to make impact obi o ho beba na na tretra ha di nkoma na okwo obekọ na adwuma nugo ho akwampoku bi ote ahema kokobia every Sunday bi abantema phone se kwampoku wo haje se koni fie kodi di kontra ma ade sansan ya kobantema akoda obi a ono otu bantema every single day bi okobantema ansana wakoda you have a whole lot into sports ya kan GFA selections committee or a committee member obi a football for a long time you can't take him for granted. Enti kwame ne candidate channel it is not for himself it is not for me say me nuano na so Ashanti it is for the party because my mentor youth my guiding youth bebre me hu how I do youth here me hu say kwame ye a product party no and cha yes say use no at this time enye the day me this time MPP will be proposed no baba ka chen say me ba me grandmasa emfa na mrabe na wo mamu a oya yentimi fancho ya becho enakura mahama kofa tribunal aba tribunal no say se me wo hoye bo sim betana na maka asem no mpa oma court ni masem wo no akofa tokuru bi no do akotona no akofa mrani ni ba ko no akofa NDC fo mienu no aka cho say yemu atan na when NDC fo mienu ni mrani ni ba ko do bi abeka carry the same weight idea na be wie nya nyina no person chi egum and we need people who are thinkers and strategists. I don't need here. Kwampoku CID presents that acumen. My friend said, I said, you're supporting two busa so far so good. And you're bad cry.
Yeah, Yancha before na Yancha Ghana for you. Said last night or two quite thankfully, Minya Jamaicans in any buy a bit in common be and a member to me. I didn't kind of a bomb or basso, a more mutrin quadada. They are kind of said, man, on meeting a I mean, chassis free. Asembina okay, it's very important, but yeah, near being coso. In the time, His Excellency John Doman Mahama, why appointments no. Obidia by any official, not a caca cream cage for this.
Oh, minim baby.
So, dear,
minim baby.
Mr. Party, say, young far and need the structures here. A woho. Nothing be a meeting near Beco, Sir Simini Beco, and new official communicate, Jesus soon found Rabonting. I did hear me parent, him did it so kind of coca. Refer no be be congrat na yakwatwe sai a wose nkofo no kra mpemasen e bi kra later no be hu se bibi nti ene ye withdraw but unya koye congratulations no na wasa akose asem mesre ene de hu hia me pa ene meetings aye call ya e bia ye wie ye ne bi no mu free mu de asem no aye de ababonti meeting it mi kra ye wie na in course of implementation na bibia bana ya yen sachire nti mesre se executives no mama de ni hia ye di nya kakra ye ni ama bebre mu a me fi se ye koye no se yesua de ye de efrim Oheneba de me nua kan nyina ye no kre in terms of say yenya crop of leaders ya more experience pa none of the same things okay ye no abenum so me be kan bi tai Jamaicans mo de na chi wo hwe obia soma o masom party no ma so ho mo anya kase ani a mu akase pa na uhwe said no obobo positions no menye sure so obi o party mu sabre ya we leader among this group of leadership why we ya meka say bia ontimi enya dwuma no na nanu kra na me ka wa fidi bi say ye to aba no na ye to ma bi no mu a enkyeresa des no a bia o mo enya kwanya no na o monye competent wo. But that is how our democracy niti nanu kra na me ka no mo srezenga bi o kra o zenga yetimi meje wo mo a enke be ye but nyenesa but we are kwan ye be fa so ye be robo om in na omun so etima ba ba ye adwuma ni bi no eno so ayi ade ehia pa and Jamaicans was emphatic say they are going to open up normal micro assignments and responsibilities obu ha otimi na ho no nya bi nya kra was party no bi a ye mpamasem and we said there will be several committees everybody must put their hand on deck na ye nyina ye hu se de be hye yense bia no omomo adi animu ayato aba omo de omo champion the leadership role no de akabia na party for a form because me sure say nipa 11 plus de be ka ho no omo betimi akoko constituencies na akoye hwadwuma dan omo ho dada until yes elections are won at the polling stations and the time bia no party ni wo ye na te say dance na se no anye dia wo ye dia kra na wo ye leader wo bepre ebi se wo ni nipa a wo form a wo te party na se wo ni party adwuma na uja na say oh me a good leader ntibia sabe me nko ametima adwuma na untimi nye enu ntina brebia na ye to aba no a ye hyase free form a ye hwese form for ni be nya nipa omudu omukọ constituencies no na omu polling station crofo ji omutum rules wa omu so ye de ahwehwe om so omu betimi aye enu ne ade a didi basoro ebi se uja ase no na bia wo ye leader wo the resources ko na bi kra ntimi anya dwuma no a te said e wako nso gu kentem nti all the levels be a party structure no bia no hu hia the aka ne say omo no omo wosoro no the mission and then the vision a da omo no so no be kose momwa ye na ye nyina no bia ntutu no sere ne basa na wonfa ne de nkonkonko ye dwuma na ntimi ma party no eni nkunim me de say ye nya nipa a omo nyina ye yi omo obia nti ase o party no mo wosoro obia nim dia wo wosoro o hwe offices ya ye to so about the elective ones no a bia no were carefully selected ye nkire say bia omo a bia ya into amom no bia omo enka ho because obia nya votes at every point in time we resource no obia nya ne de nti nipa no ne say at this material time ne yemfa party ni hye wo monsa nti dia ka nyina nse ya gye atum za ne ye beta wo mochi party ni de bia meka te se efie bia nsem wo but kwanya wo befa so nsem ne ba wo besiesie ne nso so ya another strategy ya etimeboa yenim ne si ye 2024 elections nyina ye hu ya dosum research ya ba yenso ye de ani kan ye hu bi ya tietie nsem ya kodwem ya kotie nsem ne bi ndi ye beka ni nyina si ani ni aye ya hu aduro na baby a wose ya chawo pa bi ne wom ananse bi na mo bi na wose tu sade ni pan papak na omuhu se bi ne ma bi course na bi ya ntimi ansisi ne ye no mu nyina tiase ya eno na be ma party na ho den aye de akosoro ena me denya me asese Oheneba wo hwe elections ya ye ya se bi ananka nkrofo susu dede num tokwanom ne ade no akofo ma na se bi kura nsi ni nyina gina se tambia me ka se wo pa unity aye ye ho adwuma wo ye ho adwuma sebe emudwo na sebia de mafia na mayesi na tembidie ni ade nti one of the means ya fa so aboa say time I advocating for the top bottom nkrofo binum with different perception but ubu said ne ya no me share system post office ono kra no a se be me nka so ordinary omo nyina party for but say afia ba de akofo mo free say moto mo yi mo flag bearer no amase nka sa bra fi nanka ye be hwe kwakwa flag bearer akonfrag bearer Oheneba nanka de sa ba nyame ayadum ye wie na de aka ne se de gugu form a ye ntimi antase ye betase ni nyina mako na DCC ni etimi akoye the last elections aka the party structure no ye national elections we are the parliamentary no so beto as but see it mean leadership ni nyina we from all levels na bibia kwa somduemu ye nya leaders ya ombetima boa ma party no ye dwuma ama said etwa mu no ye hu se niam bia ntima anya ebebo and the last one my yem koye kotibi hu adwuma se ya to dia ka ni nyina fe na ubehwe na the last one ya ye di ba be wie no kra so na ye party ni nyina ati na watimi watwi bebam no esa nkrofo tie kira na omo kasa menumfo no omo nyinyini a ene omo ntime party adwuma meye campaign omo dem na omo su utie me ma me meriko manum me ma me Angela Krofi mu ma me omerwo kwan munum ne ye papa Anthony Emisa mu da bia omo pe party no mu nsem atie no a ya ne ha omo pa nti ye besere se ye mrantie no ye didi candidates ni bia chi no ye hu si wia ye behia wo bia me na ba be ka party no ukọ na onipa ekoye na adwuma o fa wo de ekọ. And I like the way at the last elections, he called, especially Ashanti region, say we had a clean campaign, although there were some small issues, but then bigger issues were mechanics idea or how we are buying. The best said the Akano and the national elections, and no the ultimate year, 2 year, ye be who's empire, nearly destiny at all levels. Yempe when we be a beam, so be so bel quackota will be a cheer. Said the Unyan could be mechan with the will be our one choice. When say democracy no is a matter of choice. Indeed, will be cocota will be a cheese. Said the will refer me a coca DSB will be fee say when we be a coy campaign. When we say leaders the enka untangota will be a cheap, but provided the same pano coy, ni kasa ankutia party na ankudi do be atem no fees a hana mewa. That is fine. This is a national election. Ubua or on kokra or support. Nina one way do the support. But ya name yasa ubi huna ubi so atawa hini bechi no biafo ubi huntan say aden wakotanachi. Meanwhile also sunka unya anku unpa krono emranch. Ena uhwe enipa nso so ubia wone waye bibia ma ne penyo. Ubia ni nipa ofisi say nipa meto abama no a obetimi aba be. But ye tuwie say onipa benyo so onipa enyo ni nyina kokwanse krum. Enti de dure nyina ye say Ashanti region party na hoden wo no. Leaders ye you me be mom the needed support na ye bie yakoma mi no mo ye dwuma na ye nkofa divisions bia ma say we ye Oheneba fashion akom fashion da bi ye nyina ye nipa baako. I like the way ya marshals ya my party no ye active na no me home microphone the two platforms ye nhyase na ye colors ya ye won ye SBT because it's kwabontia as NDC nyama nko an ye hundi at polling station at the constituency no any region said na no mko ya mo chiche ne me ma no di party no afade ne bi toto omko mu ne omonsa ene omu hu na ye omu anigye. I wish say ye be replicate to the bottom se bi ne me kakra bi benya enye parafere bi na ye mfa nkokofom ne nkrofo nhyase enye de use ne nyina revival party ne spirit e wo for until say ye be do stage ya ye be do na ye to parliamentary as the last elections ye be nti Oheneba ye be bo mu abaso be mu bia trinkwa na obia nso so a ulusu ye ne ulusu ye MPP has won. And I want to be a member of the MPP. Into the can say your 3 and Safrewa Ubeba. And I hope say Ubia so tears. But now dear Ubia or ko Bibia party said the muti. Go no young can anybody. So anybody that will be as party members in answer so Munya Irishimu, Nenema, Yebeka was a moment moon most more de ruby. Now Uncrofonte. Na omo hu se NDC niema omo kai no omo ntimi nti hu match kura na ye ya ye wo fom no ene ye bre propaganda no de o ye de Oheneba be koso ba this time ye ntina ho e ma ni dominate biem de se kura minim ade bia omo be ka biem se e bi o be ne foforo unti ka se wetu ase unti ka se LGBT wasan bill no unti ka nche se teacher for se bi omo automatic posting waye unti ka se language examination watwam niema ye visible no nyina ye behwe ni ne sisi e ka o ma no ye and Nesabi says Kenya, Ebefide Suka, PP 22 billion, the quarter to almost about 22 trillion, and Yesica Ketua Oheneba, but maybe a chemu almost sorry no more can be once a more as a mode or mobile no mobile by was trouble for us and no more mock da. And maybe a Bank of Ghana, Koboka, or Munya Quenya, and Yombe kind, Tinano, as me by, you know. And yet in the panel ye can was an office no our bomb man can any year can this over mubia so ye can't become because maybe more can be any who Ghana ha you and there are some about or no person can as one can be to the point is even Black Star cry ko bomach cry near share na ni nyina mutimi de be campaign in so to na yiri ba ni nyina muri ye campaign so hene boni dia African nyina bi ma mo kan yasa actually duru mo so amose afere human activities engineering program ti Ghana fo akositre ana mo so enso no mo so ansa obiya ni me na ofa kuruma yedin Oheneba nura baba me ko no hokora wo se na nsi obiya nsi hokora me yitire na me se ane mo asem me kan na mo fisi e bo ndi Oheneba party for nkoma to me
sure
ye twam bia o mo mfa nche na yenko ye ni ntimi emu party
yenko is it Monday? Yeah, I think Monday and at the Commission of Minerals Commission huge facility another danko Akufo-Addo esi wieye I take this government 19 months and some multi-me commission. The regional minister ekasa ohono ena okase enipa 23 galamsey amna ebu ekunmu nkwala 11 19 no mutime yum na as at that time now 4 were still trapped ewo amnanim under this government ye hunu MPs ahemfo atwa mo so dwan eguo mo so nsa atwa mo su in Ashanti region yenim adudwama yenim constituency chairman oma party for ebo mu kwadu so omo ye galamsey. In Ashanti region the regional security liaison officer accusing the deputy say oye galamsey and on them galamsey side so jijiska and a deputy no so accusing the boss no say site okoye no the boys no the boss no Chinese partners a site amo eye galamsey. Who constituency chairman Akrufrum and got a west I will use your crowd Ubosu biwa enye galamsey in Ashanti region they promised to fight it any Hong Kong any a wood year ADA and surprisingly the government have been silent. Nipa 23 and opera say nipa 6 ba kokura wu a areho tinanu oda nsia wu yi na areho ye bompa ye mabusuafo maje omachi no but o yenhye ya aban ya ma omu ya bo photo ama abusuafo ne ade before that na nkwala 16 asante achimbogu ewu chese ya anti aban nka onto we ni be see ye we so aba see 23 the fight against galamsey issues here projects ahodo ayejan ho ne ade nyina. I think this is the conversation I was here Bima Ghana for TSC and then in the region no and so your TSC gold purchasing program and none of who's all the new to Facebook. Any other issues of national interest Kwakwa
Jolly my venture at you for now for once one man child
yeah
na say a dino I'm a castle major man pro
a minerals commission
Njomba no baby ano ampa na do danko Akufo-Addo adwuma no muntumi pepa o ono Dr. Mahmoud ba o me anema o me ye no ye dan muntumi pepa because structures no so the minerals commission down him say 2024 no mo kan say regional minister fia o si afa
yeah I'm going to go for TikTok for trap pictures.
2008, so no more accident and emergency center. And they can some far president go for home. And this time too, this is what they are doing. But I'm in charge of the Minerals Commission. Dino, you see what Ghana for? Ya former demand the Minerals Commission. Ya jumawo. A cha no makubiano na. Minya mo akɔhene galamsey de menya ya na ni kwasɛm kɔka ho asɛ because oya failure na wa failure wi dada because ya tereji mu ha ana mo ka galamsey ho asɛm sɛ mo ba ye ne de anwasɛm kwa na esi o hwɛ sɛ a whole school to say Akrokare College of Education ya to wala fa ho ndc for timi ewura makotu galamsey Syria o say afi na ye akopam nipa adanse aso kwa ba agenda 111 see police station achi yakotu galamsey amankrofo tu ahoro afasika na kwa awie edu aluma kotwa de ababo ntia ba ka kire se mo se oboase
airport
no
yeah
also ma tu atwam my god hwe
na lake busomtwe
But me akotwa forest achese adongo yeso e party ni mo na committee and there yakopam omo and yakofam na minister de wo ye ntiwa na odada no ade amuyi ase de e mo soma mankrofo kutu wie na dwoma hama na mu baaye no wa anya ho hwe o otra mo matu galamsey 2 years asensu no poto ase kwan ni bibia wi afi no se afi no pese oye bibi and tu galamsey
ka che da obi se da we obi da
that way of seven dia some seven some abro so ba power no yi pa that way and dia this edifice amado danko Akufo-Addo ne ba umia ade nwa 7 kwa no mo ye o ma we chese Ashanti regional office o nye head office and e be see that we see her na me no ka say na minerals commission dwumadi a wodi wo galamsey mu no omuntumi nya hwe bie wo because monitoring ade ya ma wonko ya nua jabare oti hoyi ɛda bia na ndc fo egu so ɛbɔ no so bo sɛ ɔno ana yɛ ade no o ka so ɔkɔka bi a and na no mete ɔm sɛ ne deputy bi kura so ame achi no sɛ dan ɔno a ɔyɛ security coordinator na ɔno mom na ɛsɛ ɔma briefing no
sɛ no say or accuse no for extortion so nam galamsey say
yes
and the deputy no so be respond
yes
say ɔno no Chinese partners site no mokoi
and then they say wo no a wo yɛ do abɛtena sɛ national security coordinator wa akɔfa China for de ɔmo yɛ adwuma na wi akɔ chi obi abɛka kyɛn sɛ ɔma mufo ɛyɛ galamsey ebeyi omo this year ɔte ɛyɛ friend sɛ na ɔka akurofo mi asɛm a ɔtumi bie na no ka sɛ transformer koraa no kwa kusisi transformer wɔ galamsey site ɛde ama galamsey fo de ayɛ galamsey na police de bia ntumi ntwamu ma hɔ so ɔbɛkye obi na ya na ne nyina awreho sɛ mu no yɛ nnuoma ne boa mamo nkwa a ɔmo de twa so because of the fight against galamsey ko bia be expect say ka omampani mahamada sori bia kasa ade no ebe ma ne machine no because galamsey nti na ma helicopter itu ye me say helicopter itu na me gina ni wadu bia se methodist asori da ho a fire pump na any 10 minutes na kohwe ho enti e ka obi a ohu accident no pa na say hwe otim no na ma hu a me ka sa accident no because say na plane na wi ma na say wo fom ne nyina ada akọ obesi wa ha enu ma ne bo amamu na ti mutalamo yenu ya afrani say Obuasi East Abuaje ya papa Samuel Sapon no ti mu bi mampani mahama adan ti na Minerals Commission for dan ya yesi edan de kama pa na so se ebedi dwuma ma na bo Ghana for na menya sure because o mampani we no mampani a na adwene sese be obetu galamsey ase na enra sana what me trans say wo sign mrama akuma edu AI no so be fight galamsey ne de na AI no enka ho LGBT na o ka kire say wo kwa na o ye Kristo ni wo ma we mu na no nti say de amamu ma wa wo be hwese obeye mra no wo be sane da wo be ba power na ne mra na da ne table so ko 3 months o mampani sign mrama akuma ko 10 no wo yi ato nchen wan sign eno di sa mampani de wamfa no kredi ene bedi o man so eya na me note ya yet Wontumi studio no bi ka twa se Wontumi dam ada ya se galamsey nti ne ya che Wontumi akotu se Wontumi wa asase abande ama no obi akoye so galamsey Wontumi a report police fu obi se ma asase ya nche no ene nipa e call asase no so kotu galamsey na ono se Wontumi da ma na asase no nam odidi de o se na asase no ya china koshim na wi abaka kire Ghana for se be oba so obekon galamsey enu nti Ashanti region de edan we ye de abesi ho no I don't think say we ni bra say nka dan we bia no because om de be say om betra aba nkrofo no adwuma kro munya bi nya no om de fight galamsey no om be ko bia ansa gunachi timi nu am akọ ne ba bia no office wono ne ba bia dan si da bia obekọ office bia on kai say Minerals Commission dwuma di ba akọ ne say om be ko tia galamsey enu ti galamsey na ekoso miamia ba bi bebre wa regi mu na da bi esi anu aba report no akofa nipa ba akọ ene ya chim ha ojai. That is not a fight. Simon Osemensa, previous minister, the party for regi mu no na anko because I'm so kwaya obaba ya becho o ko katia no kro ma anye o kwaya obaba ya becho nti adan and then to omo ba se o man no mo famu sika nyina wi ansa no man ku se Ghana fo e do man show mo sa so mo mebu man my friend says so far no o man pani mahama de no kwasem na Mr. Akomo kan bi say campaign no kura na ye hia se e be kwa akoka na so mu ni bibi onko kan bi ko wa kam na si and then ono asema na first na nkrofo nwene ho kura no kan nyina ahead the propaganda ne asem bi obeka bia no tape foforo ho a e ba bonten be counter na no emra time na pass ye mu 6 year tax
yeah
emra time na o sign da ko no e mu ma akoma akụ 6 o de beje to no de beje to and media for so mo nka bibi ai Ghana for ba me hu ne se Ghana ni ne sabe enye radio no ho na de to aba because ono da bia o fili obi adu ho koto ade na ne boy de o musa se ade ade no matum sa ya ka cho so aban de task for abeto so campaign sa na ku to friends out the radio so kan de o kan ono ko from ha practical things na si wona brabom ohu na accident teacher training students e okrum ha from Buzia time na allowance wo John Mahama nko first president oba no awade nko na otumi you or the first president to try teacher and nursing training allowance or also the first president to otumi atukuku bo so since tatakwashi ekofa kuku ba Ghana
and na me
before 1900
TikTok Oheneba bu amabene
nyasam ketua o
ose training omaduan no Akufo-Addo emomo 3 hot meals breakfast lunch and dinner as supper Haruna Idris baye omo yaram da kwose Haruna Idris omo mojo Muhammad
ono mo pere
John Mahama ebae wa be yie fi ho mam omo di bako dakro pe na sa aduan no se be wo de mo no kraman kura oni
nipa sem na okan sa no sa students na bi nso na nyame adom no motifia munya adwuma no omo na mese Mahama best secretary record say first president o twa allowance na Akufo-Addo say da bi meme unya allowance de ya de bia meka meme ko training college no allowance na de ma me anya hwekra me wi esu no mato me mattress ne me gas cylinder me de start adwuma anya hwe no ye ba ye kra na aban no mfa into scale no kra na allowance na ye je school na ye je no ye je no for about 17 months no onhu sesebe wa wi school na ho kirew Mahama piamu ma Akufo-Addo ko fa ba ma edu ho ma teacher fo no wo school no ka kire se omo pa de bi e friend automatic posting na automatic posting no wo ma anya normal posting no ye delayed no so wo ma anya anya bio and on ma dia Mahama ne for the about health and teaching education sector obi a owi school 2023 eda so tifie wa ba service ya mfa no Mahama say the next batch be 2024 we service or no decide say nipa no qualifier
yeah
you be for adwuma
na wotifie
obi a omo nyina akọ school
na kwa say me de me wie school odwoma ma abere so ya fame de owie wa Akufo-Addo bere so ya amfa no
na
Akufo-Addo na amfa no
Akufo-Addo de no ma find this fo no ma na wum na ma ka wo ma na wo ye ni ba bi wo no o ma fo mo e to ba find this fo be ko school sa wie the time obi anu obi akwa the same curriculum obo nyina graduate actual licensure exams are passing criteria be na de fo bi jobi because wa anya job interview bia wa mama interview no aka so mo ba interview no obi perform better than the other it dey criteria na de fa bi ejabi elonti ye kasa sesi no the same thing is what Ghana Health Service him the first no nka obo so bi training college ade ehia na pa na registered number or /02/26 and wo number hu hia bio because obi a wo school ja no e be ko esro akọ promotion tentama ja because o tifie me catch up say sankro for na MPP campaign yo mo de o o na so nkwaje so a omo ni da so pa na se be sa ba make sure say post obi a the more number MPP atrafie the more na no so omo kafie because John Mahama we Ghana Health Service no a obai sa ayi bo amano e video na wo ka no ye say jai the allowance to yan ka say the school dai we omo ka say nkra na tikruma when John Mahama became president in his first term o catch a teacher for say obetwa allowance mu a or the best expand training colleges me bo
yetuma fa mo
o ka say obesi 10 new training colleges side plan kra wa no bi enso allowance ni do twam
but o ka so be ya kan ho de wa ni
the entire reason na o say no ntin o di twa allowance nim no 1-2 na mo ba allowance ni do twam
levi be no mo de ba no mo say on be say ECG for sum ye yi no na say aba eyi dum so free ho no no
oh na no you did dum so we
o de ba ku bi ba ansa na we ni ba
enti John Mahama ni obi a sebe o ye no kwafo enene di onene di ma Ghana for me the message in everything I want to discuss bi an ntro on the territory galamsey fight no the destiny is in our hands and chale alone say obi antumi describe bi o because I brought description so and near my course na ahemfo etimi so ka say galamsey into ohene MP atwa ebi agutri so and MP ote ya hafo no southeast edu Germany adwuma so ya no ama no ane manfo no ane NDC fo na sori o kutia no o mampani John Mahama ntumi nka ho hwe because he can bend this in ibotom ye de friend say ba bia o man na du sesi ano ma say no but eda bia Nyankopon ni de nti o de MPP ba power onim se nkrofo ne say na no hwe na Ghana fo ko wo mu a no akofa ya ba ne aba bibia ama nkwa ba ba me gidi se we nyame ma ne nche do mahama de mfie na na nyankopon nim so di wia e betumi asoso no so enti no ma o che mu mienu ma no no woni se so di mfie nwotwe no so aso a enipa bekum o mo mare enti no che mu ma ahon ha kakra ba ya ansa na o de 4 years ama no said about after 4 years now but your man not finished that oh come on with the answer me oh come on do mama let me meet you
some no be how in about tene can be said yesterday one more feeling ankasa se control for so misuma ne mani na eba bibia u Philippines na ewo wa ho tinima ye kan nyina na bato ni dura said ya kato ho dada no obehi wasetram na watu aba this time propaganda ni nyina akutira ba be sitri nti so bi bebo amane obi bi ho na wabusa ne se tamu a wo ba 2024 no de okan no watimi aye eno ne be yesusu dua Oheneba ye de be judge NDC fu edan a mo ka ho asem ni said wo mo de ahoro MPP pa ewo
but Simon pa so Ghana for the na do bo be man but Ashanti no je Simon so bo be man pa
o ye ni tape no waso akwachi no so what
o za
waso akwachi no
wachi no police for achi
akwachi so ka so okoboni dua no
odome no akwala ba
ye de Christopher die
me kai say ebe wa man no ba ha no o ga so okoboni ba ko ni dua ana me ta chi some so call hello so ko kai ana fe da akwana ba
wachi no me money die so me masem kurum nkenkan so na akwana free ye ma we do hopa ko ye tape a
ana msam say ye regularize e dia bonai
so o ka say do bia dia ne bia o dia no se pa na no kwa dia
on fanche
because wa bre ho pa nti ye ne ya no
o say no de any time politics bibia very surface bia no am de na example
na the emissary say na interview the way interview bi say Yesu no na Yesu kra wa mama nti de ko wi ani so no de ade no de me ka be so say sometimes ya ma propaganda na kofomu ma ensemu ha wote a na awreho edan ene adwuma ye wa ha ya mo kan na mo wura fi sa judges for ayi ya na mo wura fi
ya presidential apartment
judge akwan yi so hoyi for offices heads of departments ya na ye wura fi na time a mo pa ban mo aban galamsey Oheneba ye research bia ba ye bia no LGBT na edimu akotini research bia ye bia efa ye loose no bia no ofa LGBT ene galamsey ene edimu akotini edru point team na nado danko amenie say even state of emergency won declare bi na mo kaze me ka kire mo say ne wontumi hyemu na galamsey no na edru aboboa no te say school a eho na mabunu sua de na ye dipenim de ama wo mu ba bi adaache asopiti kase ba akosia se nyameto ye nsem kwa ne ye se biem apasa asiasa asisi adan bi aka yetima bogura mu dia posterity will judge everybody ama me nyame nwanwa afri se time ye bo hu dawuro se ye ba ye be ye nom nam galamsey site he so mu ba mu atu ndi uko kan we ya obede na wapamo wo mu na wo gold board nso ba ye ya wo hwe research ya sika free and gold ay to free sa small scale hono dodo no na honti so jaya ahemfa na obenya president ba ya asofo ekosra no sa ka kire wo se say livelihood tinanado danko kufado penso de na sa nkrofo no obi ahia hwe enu ntini ye ba ye de community mining ba ye ye de responsible mining ba ye say gold no de nya me de adom ye but ye nye ni yie se ne be ya ye be wie no emfa wo hawma say ne kono nananom na age asi wo mesre so enti wo hina na ni abre no atutu nsa akogu nsu
no de dia bo aka ho
nanu wo mko ye ekonomu die kra ye pom kra bo ahemfu yi se mo bia nsi mining site ho wo ya ni asa betreten na mu wi a no mo asa ba be kan ye to the point say nanado dan kokufu adu krum chebi kra ye tudu oni mfichire eastern region ni no ye frɛ no se o tubi no wo ko ye no se ya nka ne hwe ye gya no ya bobo din se nkrofo we ye bi oka wo mse uni evidence enti je se ye kofa hwehweniwa sebe ni lens no ehwe niam akese ansan ne ehu se de gold mining no ekoso ha Oheneba de ye kanyina ne se Ghana yade a yade kasie etie wo man no wakwamia san so ye sori na tutu Asiedu ni adai ehu niam a eba yade ahodo a eba na me confirm no che se dem wira ho no Oheneba is only say enkwala o di 20s num no 18s no mutumi nya kidney and heart problem.
Yeah, no, I think the league graphic report is 26 to 39 stroke.
Ages no.
Yeah.
Now Oheneba wo kon so ehun yare no ekon no. Now be hwe do akoto dialysis so. Nyasem kutuo na me ko mi gina ho din na mzinti ye betwa e katre ma we ama ya we number bra ehun aw ba no eso sene bibia nsu ayenum enuane aye die ya kan ama na ndis be mo ntimi anya hu ti se kura ro mo ntimi moso na kofi ama we menua ayi
akwaji na hosu ya say ndis de obi afeli a esu osu repair no
akọ ani ejawo said de no wo position se mo kan Oheneba onim say obia sa time no na nado dan kokufa do kasa for ministry bia oba wonya ho mfaso for the lives of a candom for kujatumu for samija mfimu obia anya ho mfaso ama the very problem anu mo ka ho asem le da so ho ye kan first no ye tu ho na mo an nkrofo kasa minim se na nado dan kokufa do oba wo ka kire ye se the presidency crowd beto so wo ye ya to the point of braga la me say nika enu kraso ye su good treso any who say ya mpe kwan foforo amfa so a ye ya etintimra asotwe egum ye sa bie mu na ebi akiri na mo atie sim na mutu a sa bre MPP ni aba mu and this obi ko na galamse wo ho a na wo ka kire say MPP na etu a ana say MPP members ni to no obusa ne say enne ho na wa ba all the suggestions, all the interventions ya omo kan ye se omo betimi aboa na ye de tu sa galamse na so no na nado dan kwakufa do pens omo se ya mfa manti ye intimate asen ene wo mo nsem asojafo a na mo fi se omo betimi akọ bra ni nyina ene eni na nado dan kwakufa do nsem bim all the resources so a eni dia ya wo se ye de ku galamse ni na nado dan kwakufa do enti se wo da sore na galamse bi koso a ehun ntansa ni nyina ni na nado wa ban a wote so yi na ye koye nim eniema esisi mu o man no sede ye pese ye kono se bills amo kan ye du ya no a wasan ye ba bia o mo priority one o mo sensan yo LGBT sei ina obi a hwenim they say on ti ho asem kra biem dia ka bia na se ye de ba bagisika eto de ye but wo hinaba se wo tu ato na wabra bo mu mpagya eneme na wo kasai wo ko ba bia obi esu eno ko dwemu bia
enti obi betima point to one signature project bi the last 19 months and this abai we buy o mai
mi ayam hihye o ne se wo mo do mo se ba kekania ma bebre no mo antimi anya no de ho so bo nyina sa ba se ye gya ho mo antimi anye de o mo pa no se commission of yidi o makoye hospitals nso a council so de o mo se dabi said na kwakwa kan say we dey near fi se bi esi ho because ye bi kura no galam say e meko microphone e kotenem adi ayadwuma na o matenem saa because purpose e dey see ne say ne hu sa ha hia se ye tu galam say na sentin ye dey ba ha ho adi fis we nyasam ketwa say say nyama no ndo monsa keka ne bebre market ya o mo kan some 36 months o they say akase ni
mfa masa o ha ho ere
Oheneba enti de ye kan say o mo hyeda enti wo na no no ade ye say ye bi si car ba bi e be park cars saa ye nim say
ana 24 hour economy
da bi some si nkran da bi a e be fa cars e wo airport ho na
airport car park no ultramodern car park and hotels
ye hope city num ni ade no ni ye hwenim say akra congested
ano ne achievement
enti ye pe ba bi a ye be kura bi na nkrofo akonya ba bi atana kurumu ada ho a ba bi ye ho no saa ye no ana ye saa kokanfo aso ne bedrum rebini asa akoka se asa akofa wo ha ba wo man Oheneba nti so nya ban a ne priority enya de a ebo amobrofo ebo ahiafo na nado dan kwakufa do ba niema ye nyina no ye ya kwan ye si school dan ye de ne ye sa hwe hiafo kwan o mbefa so wo so dada no ebe ko mo anim na no gold board hu sensem be eno mo ka se enu be bi o ma sa kra de o mo ani hwe you say don bufu afu aya mafu you say hu Tanzania say mafu kra no mate so bi kra say bogus
PV John
PV John
ma we ko Oheneba
o say bogus
na no me check here mafu yakọ 18 times from 1966 almost 70 years ni ban bia ba wo ko ho bi sika kra wo mo de amaye no hwa almost about 5.5 what they say 96 billion US dollars SDR na special drawings right ya twetwe ewo mo internet wo ma be ka sem say sika o man no se yensa kan ya bokanti IMF nanka konfu boni a watan yarefo wo ma konfu papa beto ye yinima momo apensu na no na me hwe number of times ya yakokko wo hwe ye papa Lawrence ya okoko more than 5 times ye papa late Mills okoko bi Dondoman Mahama he says selling okoko bi ni nyina ye nim sa ho kire ba even kro mo mo obusia kra wo hwe wo mo or they say article for agreement wo mo di bu ayi no a se wo ho so ni wo mo ho kwa so mo tufo na no ya wo mo jaye ya mo di the last cap of the last tranche is by an example 2695 buy so mo ko yes wo mo nsandra han hwe ho papa bade a wo say am mefo ya de boni bade a na fe mu be horo ade a wo mo aka no eye no kre enkrata ba bia di dance ye say ya boka say free gold board wo say free new na nye gold board no central bank na discard ma wo enti so wo tade na wo bo ho ka ye nka ne say ye de nanka ye hwani mu say ye de bae no obi anim say MPP na de sa adwen kase say his excellency alleged Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia o ye fagbera na de sensu so ye bae say ahokyera benti empa kwan foforo ene ye ko ye jama mo a mo abesom na mo adidwa no na mo aboka almost about 1.7 what they say billion we have GDP almost about 1.5%. You see it nyina e sika ketwa ense se be pen puma sibre no ene ne de we sori anu mu dio yatem ene afi kra de adongo se ye opposition ni expect technical ye ntebe ye ntebe MPP for ntebe ntina ye yesa we efe but de me ya ne se tambia asem we bisi be hia for esika na yirawo me kai mre bi asame jamfi onya akwanya no wo kase o man Bank of Ghana abo o se hia for ne ye be chama no am se le ya isi ye cha obi abenya 700 and say ye kan ya kola kwasibuchi ye bi enso am se Ghana kai se o hin ba o de won bi enti ba ne ye kan wa se
o de ho bo
koko betu ya me
ne ye kan wa se ma se da mo de afenyo marking na abe na mo de na ba public court meanwhile ade no wo kan so ye no kwa ye de ye kan se kokwanse krum contingency fund no gold board sika kumbi Bank of Ghana de kum se wo so amu wo bosia almost about 132 million wa ka sai sika no a wo nyaaye no ka wo ko fafiri hin chese wo man sika na de aba entitam bia wo man no sika be kofom bi etia wo bia nanu ya Bank of Ghana na equity yesi ya kofom ya yesi abe capitalize wo mi sai sika division ko hinba timi ye bi fufuro enti wo sika no bi en ye de ko hye ko se ye de aboka di kutua gold board why now say koto good now when am so ne kanaba o pese o tun hufrim ye de yen kan ko say wa na say direct or indirect no ye say kanaba kwa no putugumu a ekokwanse krum sika free bi oji ho ko bia o man sika ye hwe se hye wo ho no se de di jam no o be hwe no mo ye kai ye time no ye di jam go for oil no ye bo ka almost about 400 million da kan wo mo kai now what book
any Bank of Ghana for 60 million
60 ai kan mo kan but me wa na previously ya make profit na ye ba ye jama mo abeboka na sukufu e de Oheneba de be na kan no kro unim se o baga na hanya sectors ya feni pa ye Ghana Education Service nanu na me check a teacher for almost 330,980 enye di paketwa but mo ba yi aduane o be di ho ayasem me kai president wono akoka bi se free senior high school aduane asata di mom ko de man krama woni nye nwanwa se hine bene kabie but ye de ba ne se ya ye be hye o den se o mo nyire o mo no mo nwie na o mo wi a na kwanya foforo ba na o mo a kire o mo aje teacher for NDC ba wo no mo ni yi kra me nuan
commander
wow
ye be so idie
no na me ko postu me Facebook me
ba cho ayi se me kan cho se ono be ye partnership program our London into you ready Oheneba babu ache
I ma konta say me ma konta ye London into my captain say no exchange program
ono be ye exchange program
me kra de me o afi o so you know I don't pesca was it was organizers na say to me ma ba ku me room and sa
of course
no mo kwa ya na boa so ko outside sa na na ko me the way mo receive no mo motivate to ba once na ya na ede nti me opportunity me na kasa say Oheneba so na chief of staff no so na chief of staff to that organizer or UK
the chief of staff to the UK organizer and the chief of staff Asiedu organizer
aduma de bi yo enti de be ayi I know me ko me be tire book bi volume 1 na nche be ba asame ayi The famous gold thief. Na me pesa me de toto I say almost say a book way. Jodo a book no. Ma fa no. Ese na e ma bi nsem no twe. Me so me de no bi. Ghana munsa na pesa me de twe book na title na Samia yi. The famous gold thief. Na me ya na NDC phone be friend of oh na then am say David na work through me abu bi din wo say ono so na me ma to ni David ono ne din na wabo no. Me book no so title is different. Okay? I person Ghana for who say politics Oheneba. And yet do campaign kwana say nipa dwene. I say adwene to ho na hwe niam bi. Na ye o man no mu a it is niam a ye discuss. Eye niam na na do danko akufo ado ne ba omi akofa ba ya. O mo na implement ya yamfa krono amo mo.
But o mo to aso no.
No de ba ye no. The buy no shall say crown and brand structure the year or ya monocrono. Monocono. Yes. Wow, buy now what was not fit pen or buy no ya who's a Davi. And teachers on the Biana Ghana phone baby MPP for Ghana for Musun. I'm saying people for Mupesica was a time has a mujem man for Trabam Mokipu and Crofon Bano Mabidi. And I be on the Hagana fool. Because when you say transfer every single year be out to Aswa or man back on and much and said there. Ye be Jano. Anunti na yo mo yase e ko position ba Ghana for so do ba bia mo so nya botre enti ase so amamu no a sha ase na 2020 ase the best economy 2020 covid ba na do ye de na bi nko so obi ase nyina a na enim se ni sunsu aso ba affect 2021 2022 no aduru ho tibi a yenya ho abotre oye ya so ahokyere kakra ba na yakofo ma ba nkrofo so do mo beduru ye na no o mo ntumi ntra so afimpo emfa na ada Ghana for nka so mo de bibi papa bo the very first week on beba no a ye don ba akunya be mo na Ghana for start say dabi ye the counterfeit ana abraye na I just want to pray say ye ko ye nim na free education e lighting crofo no ibeduru ba bi ne betu analyze issues o man bi e develop ye bia ye so na ye de ho toto mo na Ghana nya independence o mu nyina no o mu keep one credible party for a minimum of about 25 years.
Yeah.
They are no a dictator and I say or the coup plotter to say Malaysia and the Quran or man for them or crime would do man so for a long time. So the power disappointed Ghana Jerry John Rawlings having got that opportunity to serve with his contemporaries for 19 continuous years. I want to be and change Ghana. No, he was a failure by a bad democracy. Over Botswana, South Korea, money and Diana, Bra more bad democracy. No. Party or bomb what the no man of crime and transfer check. Another be a catcher Ghana from friends at the air no. A yana yen to be able to be a twin because NDC and Casa Foundation, no, Sabe, and your farmer move for propaganda and greed. Some of Bano Benya, my Sika, the Ayom Huye, John Mahama. Another may catch you, Mr. Penny Bin Transacatch say the second coming of John Mahama is to come and revenge against Ghanaians. And Papa can help to the sense of friends and the Papa. Mahama, my friends and the Papa Ghana for the Papa more in the year. And until baby wa a wealth, a generational wealth. I don't know about Pegu and the revenge. By Yambacasa here, dear. If you know, Korean for here, Matoma Bush and Bill. Panenic Church and some one power bedroom power and heard the oil. Ghana is so friends say your coat of arm no crown or obey me and one for many Niano. None of you are in the money, I casa Ghana never. Look at it. And Papa Cabrando for gold mines or Quajabaco. Miana no D. And the Biana Missumana say, well, one person politics a dinia. Papa no more politics in one lawyer banker. When they were near respecting as a governor. Yeah. About politics, one or man who can't in the bank near dubious deals. And a man and woman back from. And no better if you can crana or president dead your mom and near the good mines back what I don't know. But Miana no. And these are the people I want to say, I'm going to teach them some of the Dogana. And there, see, a can gold purchase program once and they say $1.7 billion. That's a medium to say, and the money didn't cash, and I wouldn't be in crown here. Who boned the anoma for just as one person whitewashes a medium man or a young couple. Hey! One person feel better. Hi, I go now. I don't know what. Mr. Bonum Sana. I will get it. I come back. Now you're not sorry. My
no, me catch you say. Tembia ni Susan do Pekuru no no na uru na nebro.
Is it Tuesday?
Tuesday. Was it the loud critics often always ignore their own echoes? Say Okasana Nando Danko for the crowd, Jessica, and this one corner, no go cuckoo at the way in Votar Radio was no go said ye. When I send me house, yes, why, ye cripple embassy at the ano because yen be said ye Casani entity at Tiano. If you out here more yapang to when I play videos, no be sent and Crawford, the one home for so did dear. Or mono party by into or mono yes, I know a cookie can answer way. By baby, I'll be the whole trail. Said the nana maker substantive matter, and say, Ya boca or minor boca. Ask Cano, Sabi, say, yes, a boca, kitting the baby, Montias, yes, sir. Now could defend and say, Abia or no dear or no breast no can, or can I know Miss Wakoka say, a finish about bedamunti. One is walk catch the young Crawford be brace or bow bedam. Yeah. Kind to the Naya Kakoto and Bujan and Tredia, Yanko Fabana, and a Winyan Crawford who would defend young one. But the acquired Nipa Bibre niti, Nipa Uniama. They say politics no beer nisem. Namia TikTok, Facebook, other handles, I win in social media handles no. A be a yen juma. They do time a year better banoa. And will be able to questions. Ya mube jina sumpi suka say mube yano. Oheneba makola ofori amufa somewhere asuna Deputy Secretary for no South East Makola and was
Asunaba. Good morning, bro. Na mencha ne consultancy chairman so John Wesley. For no South East.
John why are they so complete?
Na mencha Asiedu nkati anka ho. For no South West.
Oh, Asiedu.
Man kanso.
Yeah. And
I came my wishing girl birthday. Now, so my wishing.